So in just a few minutes, we're going to get rolling. Ha, ha, ha.
I am ready for this. This is an epic battle between good and evil, green versus pink, sister against sister. It's like the Civil War, except on skates, which I've always wanted to see.
Wait, I have a question.
Sure.
Who's good and who's evil?
You know, I think that's a coin toss decision, but, you know, I'm going to go Team Green. I like Team Green, so I'm going to say they're good. I've seen the movie. I've read the book.
I couldn't decide who I wanted to cheer for, so I'm wearing everybody's colors.
Nice.
Look at all those juniors out there getting ready to skate.
I love the juniors. It's one of my favorite things. You know, both my kids went through the juniors program, and I always said if all they learned from it was that someone's going to knock them on their butt and they have to get right back up again, it was a valuable lesson. So, love the juniors.
Well, I am pretty excited about this 2025 season. It is my 20th year in roller derby.
Nice. I'm digging the fact that we have, I believe, a coach here wearing an Oregon Ducks jacket, and the green format works for Elphaba, and the O on it for Oregon works for Oz. So you really can't tell it's anything but an Oz-themed jacket.
Absolutely ignoring us. That's okay.
Yep, not a single glance.
That is focus.
The intensity of the focus. There it is.
Before we get things started, I want to give a big shout out to our officials, both on and off skates today. Without those people in stripes and the people wearing all black, roller derby doesn't happen. So make some noise for those volunteers who are out there officiating. And make some noise for our medics over here. We really appreciate them being here, but we really want them to just watch the game.
Yep, we're hoping for a boring night for the medics. That's what we're cheering for. Medics get to sit there, watch, enjoy a beverage, and not have to worry about anything happening on the track other than what the score is.
I'd rather have a bored medic than one who's tired at the end of the night.
Yeah, we don't want them. And, you know, I've been with Derby just about as long as you have, although I never skated. And there have been very, very few times where I've seen where it was scary. So most of the time, the medics do a great job. The skaters are all geared up for their safety, and the gear works. All the gear all the time, you can be safe playing derby. So do you think that making this bout Wicked themed will make derby more popular?
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah, it was. I apologize to everyone for that.
But I do hope we see some of these juniors defy gravity with their apex jumps.
Yeah, and then we're done with songs that I can name the title of, so I'm out.
We're here all night, folks. We're here all night.
Yeah, for better or for worse. All right, we got about 5 minutes. Time for you to grab anything if you need anything, but we're almost ready to go. So this year we have them broken up into Team Elphaba and Team Galinda. Galinda from the first half of the book/movie.
That's Glinda. The G is silent.
Yeah, it depends on how far into the movie/book you're in, but yeah, the G goes silent.
All right, we're going to do a quick equipment check for our juniors. Got to make sure that they are safe and sound with their helmets, mouth guards, elbow guards, knee pads, and any other equipment that they like to have on.
Fun fact, most of the juniors out there have a good 20, 25 pounds on Ariana Grande. So,
this is true. This is true. Every single one of the juniors has at least 3 or 4 inches on me in height. They didn't used to.
Yeah, they got bigger.
I used to be taller than the juniors. Something went wrong. Oh, wait, they kept growing. I didn't. I grew in a different direction.
Oh, my goodness.
Let it rest. But the juniors program is fantastic. If they take kids, I believe, from 7 to 17, cannot recommend it highly enough. It is a great sport. It's a great group of women to hang out with. It is co-ed. Boys and girls can do junior. We need more boys doing juniors, actually. I think that's a good activity for them.
We encourage everyone to try roller derby, no matter who they are. And honestly, right now there are several skaters out there that I've known since they started skating and before they were even old enough to skate.
Nice. Well, derby is a family. That's the one thing I've always loved about the sport, that if you're in the derby community, you are part of the family.
It's a privilege to be called anti-calamity. Real quick, I want to run through the roster so we know who's out there. On Team Galinda today, we have... Hold on, I got to put my glasses on.
Oh, you got them.
I got it. On Team Galinda, we have Little Duckling, Flash, Jack You Up, PETA, Mona Lisa, Danger Mouse, Rainbow Crush, Tsunami, Sweet and Sour, Little Amigo, Percy Smackson, Mistletoe, Pikachu, Halo Kitty, Claire, Cherry Bomb, Marco Plaulo, that is a great name, Heartbreak Havoc, Maria, and Adira.
All right, and I got Team Elphaba over here. Number 2, Noodle. Number 6, Shredder. Number 13, Quick Draw. Number 16 is Skull. Number 18, Squeals on Wheels. 23, Star Flash. Number 29, Pong. Number 45, Venom. Number 56, Wicked Wheels. Number 76, Raging Red Ruby. Number 143, Platinum Punch. Number 302, Ziggy Stardust. Number 333, Bugs Bunny. Number 444, Trash Panda. Number 687, Scary Poppins. Number 777, Athena. Number 909, Chunky Salsa. Number 925, Dolly Fartin. That is awesome, by the way. Tips off to whoever came up with that. And number 007, Little Rascal. And last but not least, number 9, Animaniac.
Fun fact, Dolly Fartin is in fact one of my nibblings and calls me anti-calamity.
Nice.
I knew her before she went by that name.
And later on, you're going to have to define the word nibbling for me, but all right, we'll just go with that. And we got a good shout out from Team Elphaba there. They're psyched up, ready to get this thing on.
Sounds like Team Elfie is ready to roll. How about Galinda? Are you guys ready? They're ignoring me. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
We're used to it.
All right.
I'm just pointing out that Team Elphaba, the one that I have here, they cheered. They were on it.
Oh, whatever. You ready for it? I have something I've been dying to say. Guys, let's get down in Derby.
Nice. All right, looks like we got our first our first spot on? Yeah, the other lineup. Looks like we have 143 jamming for Team Elphaba. That is Platinum Punch jamming. And I see a couple of the blockers. Shredder's out there blocking. And people that have numbers in black on dark green that I can't read. So there you go. But,
number 33 jamming for Team Galinda. That is Percy Smackson. This is the first official jam of the season.
Nice. So, well, we got Platinum Punch trying the outside lane, got knocked out. Going back and forth.
Getting knocked to the trying to go through the inside, getting stopped there.
Nice hit from Team Galinda there. Got Platinum Punch out of bounds, and she had to cycle back to the back.
Smackson getting out of the pack first, taking lead status for Team Galinda.
Small but mighty, managed to make it out. Platinum still having a little trouble getting through that tough Galinda line.
Apparently we are later in the movie because the scoreboard says Galinda.
I thought we would do that at like halftime, but all right.
And Smaxon now out of the pack, putting 4 on the board for Team Galinda.
And Platinum still having some difficulties with that Galinda line. It's really doing a good job. They are tripoding up and putting some solid hits and getting Platinum keeps knocking her out of bounds and making her cycle to the back of the pack. She needs some help from her blockers, I think, to give her some holes in that tough Galinda line.
It looks like it is a power jam now for Team Elphie, as Smaxon is sitting down in the penalty box with PETA.
So they got another 30 seconds on the jam. Let's see if we can get some points on there before they call this thing.
Crush going to the penalty box now. The ACS penalty box is quite busy for Team Galinda.
And Platinum tried the outside and then found the inside a lot more hospitable there. Do we have 2 or 3? Yeah, we have 3 members of Team Galinda sitting in the box, in the ACS penalty box. But I think a couple just got out, so things are going to get a little tougher.
Sweet and sour from Team Galinda headed to that ACS penalty box for a cut now. As that jam comes to an end, we are in a tie game, y'all.
Nice.
That is 4-4 in this jam. Each team putting 4 points up on the board.
And Platinum Punch was trying to call that jam at the end, but she forgot that the lead jammer was sitting over in the penalty box. Can't call the jam if you're not the lead jammer. All right.
And thanks to our refs for knowing who their lead jammer was, and actually that we didn't have a lead jammer anymore at that point. Yeah. Oh, look, I was wrong about the score. Surprise.
Oh, Team Elphaba went up by 2. And we have Star Flash jamming for Team Elphaba, and both jammers made it through the pack in pretty quick time this time out. And
that's
Galinda has
Little Amigo out there jamming, and there's that defying gravity. I was looking to see.
Nice little apex jump.
Probably a cut, though, as he comes down outside the track.
Oh, I had my eyes on Star Flash, and I didn't see him land outside the track. I don't see a ref saying he landed outside the track, so I think he's fine.
No, he's in the penalty box, so he did something.
This, we're talking about 2 different people, because I'm talking about Star Flash, who's still skating. So, all right, Star Flash, another quick slice through the pack, getting points in rapid fashion. After a first jam where it was kind of tough to get points, we're having a much easier time getting through the pack this time. Let's see if they can keep doing that. That
is a lead change for Team Elphie, going up to 18 points. 8 unanswered points now, 12-4 in this jam. As Little Amigo returns to the track from the penalty box.
Well,
Little Amigo sliding through the pack here over at turn 4, putting another 4 points on the board for Team Galinda.
Yeah, and we had another scoring pass by Star Flash, who found the inside lane completely open and free. So I know Team Galinda wants to make it a little harder than that for them to get through.
Pack holding steady there at turn 1 for just a moment as their jammers caught up with them.
Yep. And, you know, we're seeing the juniors work on that lateral mobility, being able to cycle from the outside to the inside, cutting off all lanes. There aren't quite enough bodies to do it, so you got to make sure your defense can rotate and cover all sides. And that's a skill you learn as you go through the program.
That was a full 2-minute jam. Each team putting up double digits. Team Elphie putting up 28 points in that last jam. I believe that is one of the biggest jams I have seen in the last 6 months, including last season. A 28-point jam is incredible. Team Galinda also doing an amazing job, putting 12 points up, 19-34. Team Elphie in the lead.
And we got Ziggy Stardust out there jamming for Team Elphie.
We have Flash jamming for Team Galinda. Flash getting knocked to the outside, recycling back to the back of the pack here at the straightaway between turns 4 and 1.
And Beth's got to use size to her advantage. Find little seams in there, little cracks that other players couldn't squeeze through. And you can see that often with small jammers. And as a point of fact, we have a lead jammer from Team Galinda. Well, let's see if Team Galinda can cut into that Elfie lead. We have looks like we called the jam, so we're going to rotate in, get some new people out there. Just a single point for Team Elfie and a single point for Galinda. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. I haven't seen the Galinda score pop up. It should be at 21, right?
No, they were at 19, so it did go up by 1.
I'm sorry. I lost track of the score. All right.
Jack you up now out there, number 6 in pink.
And we got Dolly Farton out there for Team Elfie.
Dolly goes to the outside and pops out first. It looks like Jack you up is... Where's Jack?
Dolly using some muscle there. You know, no sense going around when you can go through. And she managed to muscle her way, get a couple of those blockers out of position, and created her own path forward.
Dolly has been skating, I would say, for a good 6 or 7 years.
Well, that'll do it.
A lot of these juniors, you look at them and you think, oh, they're so young, but they've been skating since they were 10 years old, skating roller derby, and some of them are 14, 15, 16 years old.
Yeah, but conversely, like my kids, I had a wall hugger when my kids started, and by the end of it, by the end of the first practice, she was able to jump. So, juniors is a great place to learn. They'll teach you.
Absolutely. And the juniors really are the future of the sport. They are where things like an apex jump started. Both jammers out. Dolly calls it off after putting
8 points up.
8 points up?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there was another pass. So, yeah, doing the smart thing. The Team Galinda had gotten their jammer out, was in the position to score points. So the smart thing to do is call that jam, which is what Team Elfie did.
Absolutely.
All right, we got Wicked Wheels jamming for Team Elfie.
And out there jamming for Team Galinda is that 13?
I think it's a 12. It ends in a 2.
I don't have...
Maybe that?
No, that's...
Well, we're a little baffled on who's jamming there for Team Galinda. We're going to take a look and see if we can figure it out.
I can go look a little closer. Ooh, if I take the headset off.
132 maybe?
Might be 32.
32.
Oh, yeah, that's Amigo.
Yeah, there you go.
That's little Amigo.
There we go. And this is a plea for skaters when they're drawing their numbers on the back of their shirts. Remember, we're old and wear glasses, so we could use it if you made it big and bold. Another 4 on the board for Team Elfie, who has added a little bit to their lead. Let's see what Team Galinda does to try to figure out how to even this out.
47-20 now, Team Elfie in the lead.
And we have a number that doesn't appear on my schedule. Oh, yeah, we do. Athena. Oh, I know Athena. And we have Athena jamming for Team Elfie.
Is that Cherry Bomb in 333? It is Cherry Bomb for Team Galinda. Cherry Bomb out of the pack first.
Yeah. And Athena going back and forth, trying to find a break in that Galinda defense.
Cherry Bomb starts to head through, takes a little spill there, recovers quickly. Yep. Out of the pack, putting 4 points on the board for Team Galinda.
And we do have a lead jammer for Team Galinda as they cut a little bit into that Elphaba lead. Things can change relatively quickly in Derby. You can have a couple bouts where, a couple jams where no points go up, and then you can suddenly have one where they put up 20. So,
oh yeah,
nothing's over till it's over. And as a point of fact, Team Galinda put another 8 up on the board, cutting into that Elphaba lead.
Let's see, is it a 19-point lead now? I think that's what my...
I was told there would be no math.
I can't. No. Yeah. It's way too early in this season, way too early in the day, and way too late in my life for me to do math fast.
It is indeed 19, yes.
Thank you.
No problem.
Not to mention the fact that I switch numbers around regularly in my head.
Yeah. Do we have a official timeout? We were chatting, and I didn't see why we're not jamming. So.
Well, I don't.
A team timeout. We have a team timeout.
Have a team.
Yeah.
I'm looking for my jam timer to show me what the timeout is. Definitely team timeout.
All right.
Little Duckling jamming for Team Galinda now.
And we got Chunky Salsa as pivot there for Team Elphaba. I want to call out the blockers more. They don't get the love.
They don't get the love. I was just about to say, Crush out there in those fabulous sparkly pink pants has been doing an amazing job blocking today.
I'm not sure what's happening. We have pivot desperately trying to get through, and the jammer's just standing there. So they must have changed the rules on me.
Well, I believe what happened is that the jammer for one team got a little excited, thought that whistle started the jam, and what it actually did was end the timeout.
I gotcha.
So there was a little early hopping ahead there.
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't note that Pong is now jamming for Team Elphie.
Duckling out of the pack first for Team Galinda, but Pong is right behind her.
They're both picking up some speed as they approach the pack. Oh, Pong trying for the outside line, but Team Galinda put a body on her.
And that is 1-4-3 from Team Elphie, recycling Little Duckling all the way back to the back of the pack.
We're seeing some nice hits from Team Galinda there, making Pong live up to her name as she bounces off multiple blockers. Oh, nice little spin move. Pong frees herself up from the pack, and she is free and clear. Nice, Pong.
Duckling still out there with 4 points on the board in this jam, narrowing that lead, another 4 points on the board. So narrowing that lead down to 11 points.
I see Honey asking for the jam to be called off over there, or she had something hot in her pocket. One of the two. But I think it was probably calling the jam.
Why do I suddenly have the urge to say, hot pocket?
Because it's fun. All right. And I got Scary Poppins jamming for Team Elphaba as the juniors are taking this opportunity for this scrimmage to let everybody take a crack at jamming. Most of the team seems to be cycling through there. Probably anybody that wants to. And you'll see Team Elphie there, they're lining up, we call it a tripod. They make a little triangle. It's one of the strongest shapes in geometry. There's a reason for that. And it is one of the ways that you can block off the opposing jammer.
Heartbreak Havoc jamming for Team Galinda. That's number 916 out there. Oh, that was quick.
Yeah. I don't think we started because only some people seemed to be aware that we were going. So I have a feeling there was a false start. Something? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it may have been. Doomsday out there letting our juniors know to wait for Matador to set them free.
Yeah.
No pack being called as Team Galinda's up at the front by the pivot line and Team Elphie is by the jammer line.
Yeah, the rules of Derby say you can't spread yourself all over the track. The pack, the bulk of the players there, all have to be within what? What's the arc?
20 feet.
20 feet? It's not an arc? I thought it was an arc.
Well, like a 10.
I thought it was an arc, but I drink a lot, so that's probably it. So, no, 20 feet. They got to be within 20 feet of each other. They spread out a little too far, and the refs are on it, and they're herding them back together.
Well, actually, the 20-foot is the engagement zone. I believe it's actually a 10-foot zone for... Pack is very confusing. And...
I'm trying to just go along with what you're saying, but you keep changing your mind. So, yeah, whatever,
I do.
Whatever they did out there, that was right.
That was right.
Yep, I'm sure of that.
Good.
Yeah, they did good.
In that last jam, Team Galinda putting up 4 unanswered points.
Little by little, they are chipping away at that Elphaba lead. All right.
Hey, you got this, Tsunami. Stay awesome, and remember, Sumami loves you. Oh, the puns are real today.
Yeah. The Sacramento Roller Derby would like to thank our longtime sponsor, Empire's Comics Vault and Hot Sauce. Located at 1120 Fulton Avenue in Sacramento, they have been providing comics to all ages for over 15 years. Go say hi to Ben for us. They have pug dogs. 2 pug dogs at the store almost all the time. Super nice guy, and he will help you find some comics if you don't know what you want. Ben is my guy to talk to.
Can I get some paper towels to the announcer's booth, please? It wasn't me this time.
All right. We did have a penalty box. I'm trying to figure out who we have jamming over here for Team Elphaba. I suspect it might be Bugs Bunny, but they only 2 3s on the back of that jersey, and I have her listed as 333. So no lead jammer out there right now.
The ACS penalty box is currently empty, but as soon as I say that, we'll hear a whistle.
Yeah. So both sides have yet to make it through the pack the first time and get that lead jammer status. So it's anybody's, I would say ball game, but there's no ball in Derby. So anybody's jam.
Galinda's jammer, Cherry Bomb, pushing past up here at the front. Out of the pack now with 4 points on the board for Team Pink.
And Team Elphie, they got the jammer probed the outside, went back inside before the defense had a chance to rotate and managed to free themselves up out of the pack. And someone on Team Elphaba is going to tell me who that skater is because they are not on my roster.
Right?
All right, looks like we got a 5-4 jam there. So again, little by little, step by step, Team Galinda clawing away their way back into this.
Hey, Sketch.
Yes, yes.
That skater is Sassy B, number 33.
Right. Or as we like to call her, not appearing on the roster. Sassy Bean, all right.
I just got the information for you.
I appreciate that. No, Sassy Bean, thank you so much. So we maybe had some people moving around or joining late. All right, we have Team Galinda out.
That's PETA from Team Galinda with lead status.
And we had a cap pass on Team Elphaba. The pivot there, the one with the stripe on her helmet, she is allowed to take the star cap from the jammer and become the new jammer. It's the only person out there that can do that. It's one of the things that a pivot does.
Rainbow Crush knocking that Team Elphie jammer to the inside. PETA now getting recycled to the back of the pack over on the straightaway between turns 2 and 3. Doesn't slow PETA down for long, though. She is back up and out for another 4 points for Team Galinda.
Getting a little physical and chippy out there, which is good. That's what Derby's about. And I would be remiss if I didn't note that we had Platinum Punch back out there jamming for Team Elphaba.
PETA puts another 4 on the board and calls it off, I believe.
Got Ziggy Stardust jamming for Team Elphie. I see Scary Poppins is rotated over is one of the blockers. I wish I could see all the blockers' numbers. Like I said, they don't get enough love. I want to make sure we call them all out. All right. Well, whoever it is that's jamming over there on Team Galinda hit the pack hard. She was giving it her all. And we got Ziggy Stardust on Team Elphie trying to work her way through the pack, and does.
Mistletoe jamming for Team Galinda, getting recycled back to the back of the pack there.
Oh, nice. Ziggy's coming around for her scoring pass.
You want me to read one?
You can have one.
No.
All right, and I got a bout shout. Go, go, Danger Mouse. Make 'em squeak.
I have a special bout shout here for our coach over here. Happy birthday to Laser, the Wizard of Oz, Dad.
Nice. And Urban Flex and Flow is a fitness, yoga, and wellness studio committed to the community connection and accessibility. Their studio can be found at 6442 Fair Oaks Boulevard in Carmichael. Urban Flex and Flow. I need to do some of that yoga. I am like Frankenstein's monster. I got bolts in my neck. I can barely touch my toes. So yoga would probably be good for me. And if I do it, I'm going to Urban Flex and Flow. All right, and another scoring pass there for Ziggy as lead jammer, and she has put up quite a few points as Team Elphaba's got a 12-point jam going so far to Team Galinda's 8.
as we head into Jam 12. Oh, no. 77 as we head into Jam 12 with about a little under 11 minutes left in the first half of this game. How's everybody feeling?
Nice.
Sounds good to me.
I'm good. So we have got this going. We have Shredder jamming for Team Elfie. Oh, nice hit from the jammer to create some space there, and we have Shredder out of the pack. And Shredder approaching the pack with some speed, but really couldn't control it there. Tried to spin and find that inside lane, but Team Galinda was having none of it. They blocked her off pretty good. Looks like we have at least who do we have jamming for Team Galinda there?
That is Danger Mouse out there with lead jamming for Galinda, and Shredder calls it off.
I remember Danger Mouse when she was really tiny, and it's still pretty much the same. But yeah, I do remember her when she was a little tiny.
I was going to say, she's still really tiny.
She's still really tiny.
I remember Shredder when she was really tiny.
Yeah, I remember Shredder when she was tiny too. All right. So we got another pack out there.
Tsunami on the track jamming for Team Galinda.
And we got Dolly Farton back out there for Team Elfie.
Tsunami hits the back of, let's see, that was Twisted Pixie. And number 143, who's 143, Sketchy?
143 is Platinum Punch. So our first
Platinum Punch out there blocking.
Yeah, she was our first jammer of the night for Team Elfie, and she is now a blocker.
Dolly Farton tangled up there behind, I believe that was Percy Smaxson.
So I'm just a little upset about Dolly Farton. I'm going to explain to you why. Because when the juniors started, they named them the Beastie Bears, and I was all about, like, we could name the teams after Beastie Boys songs, and no one got the reference. And then we have Dolly Farton out here referencing a movie from 1979 and a Dolly Parton song from the same year. I don't get it. It's an awesome song, awesome movie.
Is it her number 95?
It's 925.
Yeah, 925.
Yep. Yeah, that's not an accident. So.
I'm gonna chalk that up to awesome parenting.
Awesome parenting
on the part of her parents, who are Funky Bruiser and Mr. Universe.
Very nice. Tumbled out of bed and stumbled to the kitchen. Pour myself a cup of ambition.
I need a little more than ambition in the morning.
There we go.
It takes a lot to look like this.
All right, and we got don't think we've got a scoring pass yet for Dolly, but she's hitting the pack again. Found the outside lane pretty easily. Now, there we go. Got the first four up on the board for Team Elfie over second four.
So now,
Dolly had a moment where she thought she was lead jammer, but it turns out that is not the case. So, looks like
sweet and sour in the star now for Team Galinda. There was a star pass. I totally missed it.
Yep. Neither team has anybody in the ACS penalty box, so we got full teams out there. That's going to clog the lanes up, make it a little harder for the jammers to get through.
Dolly Farton putting up 10 points in that last jam. Looks like Team Galinda Sweet and Sour managed to put 4 up at that right at the last second there. 65-91, 7 minutes left on the half. And we just finished Jam 13.
We got Little Rascal with a very intricately decorated shirt, a jersey. I'm loving that. Looks like she spent some time there. Oh, Little Rascal trying to force her way through that Galinda pack and having some not so much luck. Maybe she can get some help from some of her blockers if they can go help her out and create some holes for her. Ooh. Got a nice hit from Team Elphie there. Looks like we have a member of Team Galinda going to sit in the ACS penalty box and think about the bad things she has done.
That's Danger Mouse in the ACS penalty box.
Yeah. It's always the little ones. They're sneaky. They do stuff they're not supposed to. I don't know what I'm talking about. I love Danger. All right.
So I just found out there was somebody missing from my roster, too. That's Quick Draw out there jamming for Team Galinda. Number 113.
Oh, well, Quick Draw is not on my roster then, so that explains that. All right. And looks like we got a called jam there with 8 on the board for Galinda and 4 for Elphaba as Galinda continues to try to chip away at that mean green lead.
All right, I added him to my roster now.
There you go. Okay.
Jack you up back out there for Team Galinda, 73-95.
And Chunky Salsa is jamming for Team Elphie.
I love a good chunky salsa.
Who doesn't?
Anyone else in my family.
All right.
Jack you up out of the pack first takes lead status for Team Galinda.
Team Galinda's blockers doing a great job of frustrating Chunky Salsa there, who has tried multiple times to get through, only to get knocked out of bounds at the last minute and have to cycle back through the pack.
PETA doing a little bit too much blocking there, heads to that ACS penalty box.
We got a power jam.
Looks like Jack is going to join her over there in that ACS penalty box. It is a power jam for Team Elphie. First time I've gotten to say that this year. Yay!
Power jam sounds like something you would buy at GNC that you would spread on toast and is made out of nothing but like protein and fat. Put power jam on your bread. Packs on muscle and power.
Are you hungry today?
A little bit, yeah. Hey, speaking of hunger, that Indian food truck out there is awesome. India Jones, awesome. Try them out.
They are so good. I didn't even know they were here. I know what I'm eating after this game.
Yep, in between bouts, get some food from India Jones. And if you're looking for some new skates or safety gear so you can begin your own roller derby journey, start at Tor's Quad Shop, located at 2309 K Street, Suite 101, inside the Boulevard Skate Shop, or find them on Instagram. Tor is at the shop on Saturdays and Sundays to help you find the right setup. Todd will be happy to help you if you come in on a weekday. Tor is that one ref. She was reffing the very first bout I came to way back when in the day. So she's been here longer than I have, and there's not a ton of people that can say that.
I think I can.
You can. I know you can. Actually, most of the people sitting right around me can, but still.
Jam comes to an end. Hey, thank you to our track maintenance people who are running out there between jams. Skaters, don't run them over.
Yep, they're making sure.
We appreciate you guys making sure our skaters stay safe.
Yep, they're taping everything down to make sure that nobody gets a wheel caught on a loose piece of tape or a piece of rope. And, so they're constantly checking to make sure that nothing looks like it's popping up. The officials also look for that, and they'll point it out if they see something. All right.
Little Amigo jamming for Team Galinda.
And we got some of the older and bigger juniors out there.
A few of these skaters have their very own cheering sections out of here.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, Team Elphie had to start with their jammer in the penalty box, in the ACS penalty box. So Team Galinda has a chance. They can put up points, and Elphie cannot answer. So let's see if they can get themselves a little more back in this.
I will tell you, if anybody out there is going to take advantage of that power jam, it is going to be Amigo. He has been skating with Lockford's elite juniors team for several years and is an incredible skater.
Well, he got himself a scoring pass in, so he's 2 scoring passes in. Let's see how many more he can get before he may decide to call this, now that he doesn't have a power jam anymore.
Chunky Salsa finishing her qualifying lap, now ready to put some points up. Amigo gets a forearm and heads to that penalty box, so it is a reverse of that power jam situation. Team Elphie now has a power jam. They are in the lead, 111 to 89. Don't ask me to do the math, I will fail.
22. But the interesting thing, I'm betting Amigo is thinking, I could have called that jam. I'm thinking that might be run through his head. But looks like we might have a...
That was a star pass.
Well, I wanted to say it, but I didn't want to let them know in case they hadn't noticed. But yeah, it was a cap pass. So I didn't see who the cap got passed to. It was whoever is a pivot for the Team Elphie, and they are now the new jammer. Still having a hard time getting out of the pack, though.
No lead jam. This will be a full 2-minute jam.
That is Animaniac that was jamming. Oops. And Animaniac just noticed she dropped the cap, so she's going back to pick it up. Take only pictures, leave only footprints. She's having a little bit of a moment. But she did what she could with the time she had. All right. We got Venom out there jamming, I think, for the first time tonight. What's that?
I was just checking to see if you had Venom, number 4-5. She was late, so.
All right.
Venom jamming for Team Elphie, and Flash out there jamming for Team Galinda.
Low Chiropractic is on a mission to provide top quality chiropractic care at a fee that makes getting out of pain and maximizing your health affordable and accessible. Dr. Aaron Lowe is our league's exclusive chiropractor, and his office can be found at 5301 Madison Avenue in Sacramento. Lowe's Chiropractic.
Flash is not your lead jammer. However, Flash is out of the pack, putting 4 points on the board for Team Galinda. Both teams now rolling over that century mark. 101-115. It is a 14. Nope. It's a 10-point game now as Flash gets through and puts another 4 points up on the board for Team Galinda.
This will be the last jam of the half as we have run out of time on the period, but we're going to let this clock play all the way out because I don't believe we have a lead jammer, do we? No. Oh, we do. I take it back. We did have a lead jammer. I just couldn't see it.
We did have a lead jammer. Venom calls it off
nice.
As the half comes to an end. 109-119, 12 points on the board by Flash in that last jam.
We got a 10-point game after all that back and forth, and that's nothing in Derby. So we got 15 to go grab yourself some food, get some snacks, and then we'll meet back here for the second half of Junior Derby. If you are the owner of a silver Subaru that kind of parked in the street, unless you want to take a tour of some of the less desirable parts of Sacramento and get your car out of an impound lot, you might need to move it. The license plate is 7ZWX630. Yeah, we need you to move your car if you have a silver Subaru. Fun fact, if you spell Subaru backwards, it says you are a bus. I don't know what that means, but it must mean something.
decided to try anything sneaky and take off their safety gear. Not that any of our juniors would do that, because they are lovely.
But they did go on a bathroom break.
What?
They did go on a bathroom break. A lot of them. Many of them did go on a bathroom break.
I'm not saying that. They're juniors.
Well, they take off their gears.
No.
Oh my God.
I just did a whole feed without my mic on. Okay, let's try this again. If you are out in the crowd and you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Thank you. I thought you could hear me before. Should I do the feed again? Let's try that again. Empire Comic Vault and Hot Sauce is a great place to get graphic novels, and they've expanded to carry some artisan small batch hot sauce flavors. Empire's Comics Vault is located at 1120 Fulton Avenue in Sacramento. Look, I'm pretty. That's why I have the dress and the hat and the gloves.
The whole setup. The whole setup.
And the chair that actually fits me. Which, by the way, matches my dress.
Oh, I think you said it was just your breath.
What? No. You hear strange things, Watts. All right, we got number 143 out there in green. That is Platinum Punch. Platinum Punch going up against number 28, Sweet and Sour for Team Galinda. 109 to 119, Team Elphie in the lead right now. And it looks like Team Galinda is going to get that lead status as Sweet and Sour pops out of the pack first right there at turn 2. Those blockers doing a nice job of slowing down Team Elphie's Platinum Punch. Holding on to her for a moment there. And Punch now out of the pack. Punch wearing a tutu that I don't remember seeing first half. I am loving the tutu. And Team Galinda calls it off. So we are headed into Jam 2 of the second half. We got 30 minutes on the clock. I got number 148. 148? Jamming for Team Pink, and that's Dolly Parton, number 925, jamming for the green team. Dolly Parton on the outside gets out of the pack before that pack even hits the pivot line. And it looks like Team Galinda's jammer is tangled up there with Twisted Pixie and Pong up at the front. And that tripod also includes Shredder. That is an incredibly tough wall to get past. All three of those blockers, very experienced. Number 148 in pink looking for an assist from, I believe that's Cherry Bomb out there assisting her as Dolly Parton goes through and puts another 4 points on the board for Elphaba. That brings it back to a 10-point game, folks. Remember, in roller derby, anybody can win at any time because 10 points is nothing. Well, 14 points now. All right, we got Mistletoe jamming for Team Galinda out of the pack first. Who do we have out there? We have Venom out there jamming for Team Elphie. And both jammers now out of the pack. Venom about half a track behind, but she will eat that track up very quickly as the pack is holding there at turn 1, waiting for Venom and Mistletoe to get back in there. Mistletoe out, putting 4 on the board for Team Galinda, bringing it back to a 10-point game. This is a great opportunity with that lead status for Team Galinda to eat up that lead. And those pink blockers are going to do everything in their power to hold on to Venom. Venom getting backed up there at turn 2, excuse me. And Mistletoe knocked down to the outside on the other end of turn 3, getting recycled all the way back into the apex. Coming back onto the track at turn 2 and heading back in. Venom still in the pack on her initial pass. Venom now out of the pack. Oh no, I do not believe this is Venom's initial pass. That is actually a scoring pass, sorry. Venom and Mistletoe putting 4 on the board in that last pass. 8 points on the board in this jam for Team Galinda. 8 points on the board for Team Elphie too. 12 points now on the board for Team Galinda. Holding on to that 10-point lead. Team Elphie, Venom trying to call it off, but she is not your lead jammer. Mistletoe is your lead jammer and has the ability to call that off. Oh, wait, it looks like we're getting a forearm called on Mistletoe. That does mean that there is no lead jammer, and this jam will go the full 2 minutes, but that's right now. Both teams putting 12 points up on the board in that last jam.
It took them a while to make these.
Oh yeah. Eat, I got this. All right, 128, 139, an 11-point game as Galinda put up 15 points in that last jam. I believe that's one of the larger jams we've seen for Team Galinda. And we are ready to go now. Looks like it is going to be a power start for Team Elphie. And my old eyes can't see the number for Elphie's jammer. No lead jammer yet as the pack comes through that back straightaway between turns 2 and 3, and coming out of the box, number 32 in pink, Little Amigo takes that lead status. Amigo not only takes the lead status, quickly racks up some points for Team Galinda. We have a cut being called on the former Team Elphie jammer. There was a star pass, I believe, because I do not see the star cover there. Let's see where she sits down. Nope, she is sitting in the, yep, she is a blocker now. So we do have another jammer out there somewhere. And Little Amigo putting 16 points up on the board and taking that lead change for Team Galinda. Team Galinda now in the lead by 5 points, make that by 9 points. As Little Amigo racks up those points, the pack holding steady there at the turn, or at the apex between turns 1 and 2. Amigo with a spin comes out of the pack for 24 points so far in this jam. And that is going to bring the jam to its natural conclusion after 2 minutes. Team Galinda putting 24 unanswered points on the board. 39-152, that is a huge lead change. Way to go, Team Galinda, nice skating. Way to help your jammer through that pack. And now we have number 1-8, Tsunami on the line for Team Galinda with number 2-3, Starflash. I do believe Starflash has gotten a comment from our Twitch stream saying she is killing it. We have an official timeout being called. What a great time to talk about another one of our sponsors. Tor's Quad Shop is owned and operated by That One Ref. Tor has over 18 years experience on skates between reffing, derby, street, and trail skating. She's been a loyal supporter of Sacramento Roller Derby, and we hope that you will show her some love in return. Go check out her booth over in Vendor Alley, or go see her at the shop located at 2309 K Street, Suite 101, inside Boulevard Skate Shop. All right, our timeout has come to an end. We still have Tsunami and Starflash on the line, respectively. Starflash going to the inside, gets out of the pack before they hit that pivot line. Tsunami trying to go to the outside, gets knocked down to the outside. And Starflash, your lead jammer for Team Elphie, headed back in there. Team Galinda really going to try to slow her down and hold on to her. They want to hold on to that lead. Starflash out, puts 4 points up on the board for Team Elphie. Pack is holding steady there in the straightaway between turns 2 and 3. Both jammers now engaged in the pack. It looks like Tsunami is struggling to get out there, finally out there on her qualifying lap, as Team Elphie's Starflash puts another 4 points up on the board. Little hop there, doing an apex jump, getting celebrated by her team. She did land cleanly on the track, so she is going to put another 4 points up on the board. Tsunami gets knocked down to the inside and gets sent to the penalty box. I believe that, I can't remember what that hand signal is. And Starflash, another little hop there. Not quite as clean this time. She is going to get recycled back to the back of the pack behind number 28, Sweet and Sour. And Sweet and Sour holding on to her for just a second. We have a power jam for Team Elphie, and Starflash definitely taking advantage of that, as we do see another lead change here. 20 points on the board by Team Elphie in this jam. 159-152 with about 15 seconds left on the jam clock. And Starflash just racking up those points. Tsunami back out there, trying to get some points on the board for Galinda. 24 points in this last jam for Team Elphaba, and 4 points on the board for Team Galinda. That was another lead change, 156-163. Team Elphie showing us how quickly things change in roller derby. And oh my goodness, coming to the line, number 75, that I believe is Ragin' Red Ruby. 76. And number 113, that is Quick Draw. Quick Draw on the outside, out of the pack first. Ragin' Red Ruby on the line for the first time, or jamming for the first time today. Trying to get through that pack. Hits a pretty big wall of pink up there at the front of the pack. And Quick Draw back around with a little hop there. Gets another 4 points on the board for Team Galinda. Ragin' Red Ruby out in the pack, still trying to get out on a qualifying pass, as Quick Draw is back behind that big green wall, as all of our green blockers for Team Elphie are back there, and Ragin' Red Ruby's out of the pack. Quick Draw coming up behind Ruby, waiting until they get right up there on the pack. Quick Draw's bench telling him to call it off, but he is focused and does not see that. Ragin' Red Ruby out of the pack, puts 4 on the board for Team Elphie. 4 more points on the board for Team Galinda for a total of 12, and that 1 point lead change, 168-167, paid off for Quick Draw. And now Quick Draw, getting the lead for Team Galinda, has called it off. It is a 1 point game. This is super exciting, y'all. Nice job, Quick Draw.
I could do We have number 6 on the...
Hold it very close and talk loud.
Galinda coming out of the pack with lead, getting tangled up there with Dolly Farton. Dolly, oh no, we have a penalty being called, a cut on Team Glinda's jammer. That leaves Shredder in a power jam, and if anybody knows how to take advantage of a power jam, it is Shredder. She is going to get out, and knock those pink blockers out of her own way. Forget the rest of the blockers. Shredder will do it herself. That is a lead changer. Shredder puts 4 points on the board for Team Elphie. Whew, if you're imbibing, that's another drink. I'm just going to drink water.
Shredder's calling it.
She's not lead. We do not have a lead jammer. This will be a full 2-minute jam, as the lead jam status was initially given to Team Glinda as she came out of the pack first, but she did lose that lead status when she went to the penalty box. And I hear a whistle being called, but I'm not sure who's headed to that penalty box. It is okay, so she's not going to go to the penalty box. That's 1-2-2. Halo Kitty out there jamming for Team Glinda. Halo Kitty got a no pass, no penalty. She had to recycle back to the back of the pack, but she did retain that. And it looks like we do have a star pass to Sassy B on Team Elphie. Shredder giving up that star cover. They do have 8 points on the board, Team Elphie. And the jam does come to its natural conclusion. It looks like we do have a call for an official review. Looks like Team Glinda is calling for an official review.
Speaking of Shredder, by the way, we do have a bout shout for Shredder. It says, Shredder Cheddar, we love you.
Aw, Shredder Cheddar, we love you.
We also have another bout shout for Peta Pumpkinita. We love you too.
PETA out there on the track getting ready to block for Team Galinda once this official review has been completed.
Yeah, the volume is still really low.
Am I going through this?
Let me. Oh, back up.
You can try to go through that if you want. You can try to go through the headset if you want.
Raging Ruby Red when she goes out, when they go out, and then the next one after. I'm gonna go
I
out
thought it
here.
was Raging Red Ruby. It's Raging Red Ruby. I got this.
Yeah. Pumpkin, when you go and talk, I'm gonna say yes or no.
Yeah, watch her.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll watch you because I'm the one.
All right, we are playing a little bit with our mics, so give us just a second here.
It looks like we have a Twitch comment saying best player is objectively Mistletoe. Go Team Glinda.
I think there might be some bias out there, but I'm not going to fight it. I think these are all amazing players. I have a bout shout for Animaniac. Yeah, you heard your name. I'm over here, honey. I'm a maniac for Animaniac. I think Animaniac, Raging Red Ruby, and where's my other one? Rascal, thank you. Rascal might have some fans in the crowd who are paying for bout shouts today. I'm guessing it's Grandma and Grandpa. It's all right. I'm a fan of Animaniac, too. While we are in an official review, let's see what's happening. Looks like our refs are working on that official review. In the meantime, while our skaters visit Lowe Chiropractic for their sports-related injuries, Dr. Lowe also works with patients suffering from chronic pain, personal injury, headaches, and auto accidents. Find them on your favorite social media platform or visit drlowe.com. Do they deal with calamity-related injuries? Because I seem to have those more than anything else. They're personal things like occasionally falling off of a chair or running into a wall in my own home where I've lived for 10 years.
Or Punky spilling soda on you.
I mean, yeah, that's true. All right, we are still working on that official review. Is anybody going to tell us what happened with the official review? All right, fine. I will make something up. Rude. Everybody looked wicked. How's that? All right, Pong out of the pack. Pack standing still there. Oh, it is a power start for Team Elphie. So Pong taking advantage of that, and her blockers knowing that, just waited for her to come back around. Pong is back in that pack. Ooh, trying to get past PETA up there at the front.
Do you mind if I log out of that, log into my account? I've been fighting on the app to try to get it to...
All right. Pong now out of the pack, puts 4 on the board for Team Elphie, extending that lead.
Right now? Yeah, I was just thinking I log out. You can log back in afterward. I've been trying to get it to host on my page, and I can't do it through the app.
All right.
Do you have another browser?
Pong back in the pack, looking to put 4 more points on the board. That power start has come to an end, and we do have both jammers out there. Pong calls it off. 8 points up on the board for Team Elphie. It is a 15-point game right now. Nope. Yeah. 2 points on the board for Team Galinda before that was called off.
Or it'll do both at the same time. If it's on the same browser, it probably won't, but I can always log out, and then you can log back in. I've just been trying for like the last couple hours to get it to post on my...
Mistletoe on the line for Team Galinda. And I cannot read the number on the jammer for Team Elphie.
Thank you.
All right, that is 333 jamming for Team Elphie. Bugs Bunny. Bugs puts 4 points on the board and calls it off. Dolly Farton and Percy Smacks in your jammers for this next one. Nope, Percy's going back to the bench. Oh, Percy's going to serve a penalty. It looks like it's going to be another power start for Team Elphie. Shredder out there getting ready to help, pushing those Galinda blockers out of Dolly Farton's way. All of them out of the way, actually. Dolly, your lead jammer. Dolly coming back up on the back of the pack that's waiting for her there at that for them there at that penalty line. Not penalty line, pivot line. Started with the same letter. Dolly Farton putting 4 points on the board. That pack standing still at turn 2, waiting for those jammers. Shredder throwing herself to the ground to try to clear the path for Dolly Farton.
You want me to grab you candy? Yeah. Oh, I know the bucket from there.
All right. 197, 174, 4 points up on the board for Team Galinda, 8 points so far in this jam for Team, 12 points for Team Elphie. And the wizard over there at the green bench telling Dolly to call it off. She listens as Team Elphie rolls over that second century mark. 12 points on the board by Dolly Farton in that last jam. 4 points on the board for Team Galinda, 174, 201. We have just under 12 minutes left as we head into Jam 11. And we have, oh, I'm panicking. I don't know who's there. We have Little Amigo, and I believe that is Sassy B on the line for Team Elphie. Little Amigo takes advantage of that outside line and slides through the pack to get Team Galinda lead status. Sassy B gets recycled back to the back of the pack by the Team Galinda blockers, gets knocked to the inside by PETA, and that is number 1 pink Little Duckling headed to the ACS penalty box as Little Amigo comes back up on the pack, puts another 4 points on the board for Team Galinda, so that's a total of 8 so far. Only 13 points separating the teams right now. Little Amigo in his last jam showed us that that was nothing for him. 4 more points, and we have a star pass on Team Elphie. That is number 2-3 Star Flash, taking that star cover from her as the pivot from her jammer. That means that we have both Star Flash and Little Amigo out there, both very effective jammers today. Amigo putting another 4 points on the board, 16 points on the board for Team Galinda, bringing that lead down to 11 points for Team Elphie. And we have Heartbreak Havoc, number 916, headed to the jammer line for Team Galinda. She's going to be up against 302. That is Ziggy Stardust. These names, I'm loving them today. Ziggy Stardust jamming for Team Elphie. A 13-point game, excuse me. It looks like there were some points earned in that last one. Ragin' Red Ruby out there on the track. You got this, Ragin' Red Ruby. Love Grandma and Grandpa. Sorry, not trying to not tell you what's going on. That pack holding steady there at the apex between turns 1 and 2, holding on to Ziggy Stardust. Ziggy now out of the pack, puts 4 on the board. Ziggy does have lead status as it looks like Heartbreak Havoc suffering a little heartbreak as they are over in that ACS penalty box. And that gives Team Elphie's Stardust the opportunity to put another 4 points up on the board, a total of 8 so far. Team Elphie's Scary Poppin' sitting in that ACS penalty box now, so there will be no star pass. Not that Ziggy Stardust has any reason to pass that star as she pops out of the pack and puts another 4 points on the board. And Heartbreak Havoc coming out, putting 4 points on the board for Team Galinda. With just 8 minutes left on the clock, we could still see anybody taking this. Hey, keep going, cheese, to Scary Poppins as Scary returns to the track. Scary wasn't alone over there in that ACS penalty box as Quick Draw joined her from Team Galinda. And we do have a star pass on Team Galinda. That is number 13, Danger Mouse, taking that star. The jam comes to an end, though. Before she can get up there and get some points, she did get out of that pack and go fast, though. 17 points on the board by Team Elfie in that last jam. 5 on the board by Team Galinda. 196-220. And we have number 28 jamming for Team Galinda. That is Sweet and Sour. And Sweet and Sour is jamming against number 143. That is Platinum Punch. Platinum Punch is your lead jammer. Punch now back in the back of the pack as Sweet and Sour comes out of the pack here at the front. Sweet and Sour coming into the pack at the back now as Platinum Punch tries to do a spin around, ends up getting, I believe that was a cut. And Sweet and Sour now out now, putting 4 points on the board for Team Galinda, bringing them up to that second century mark. It is a 20-point game with 6 minutes left. Wow. That Team Elfie blocker coming hot from the penalty box and taking Sweet and Sour out to the outside. Sweet and Sour now at the back of the pack as Platinum Punch has returned from the penalty box, puts 4 on the board, 4 and 4 now. Each team getting a 1 pass through the pack. Looks like Crush is going to be heading to that ACS penalty box for Team Galinda now. And Platinum Punch slides around on the outside, puts another 4 points on the board. We do have our medics responding out to the track.
Which ones have you done? Those? I've been check marking them up at the top, right?
All right, we are so glad to see Sweet and Sour back up on her skates. Thank you, medics, for taking care of our skaters. All right. Urban Flex and Flow offers TRX and boot camp style workouts, instructor-led cycling sessions, vinyasa yoga every time, every darn time, and restorative sound healing. Visit them online at urbanflexandflow.com to book an introductory class today. All right. Little Amigo jamming for Team Galinda. Sliding past Shredder. Shredder not going to let that stand, though. She goes after him. And we've got Pong jamming for Team Elfie. And it looks like Pong managed to get out just ahead of Amigo. Amigo taking Pong down to the inside. Pong recovering, not calling her off. Pong is going to keep going strong. And that is Shredder taking Amigo down. Both of them sliding to the outside. But it does not look like Shredder slid to the outside. So Amigo is going to go for a cut to that ACS penalty box. That leaves Team Elphie with a power jam, and Pong knows what that means. Immediately gets out of the pack, puts 4 on the board, and it looks like our pack is going to hold steady here at turn 4 and let Pong do the hard work of working her way around that track. And Dolly Farton going up and opening up that inside lane for Pong to put another 4 points on the board. That is a total of 12 so far in Jam 14 of this second half. We've got about 3 minutes and 45 seconds left on that game clock, so we're going to see a couple more jams here. 12 points, 16 points, and Pong calls it off. Amigo comes back to the track but returns to that penalty box. So Team Elphie is going to start Jam 15 with a power start. And holy moly, you guys, if you haven't tried it, India Jones, the food truck out there today, is incredible. I'm sitting over here smelling, I believe it's their butter chicken. Track maintenance, if we could get some care to the track. It looks like we may need some care on that track. Thank you. You know what? I love it when everybody pitches in to make the game happen safely. We are at 2:04 for Team Galinda, 2:44 for Team Elphie, with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. We are in official timeout right now as we're doing some track maintenance, making sure everyone stays safe on the track. The last thing we want is for the track to be the villain and the true wicked character. Huh? Sorry. All right, it is going to be a power start for Team Elphie. We got 007, Little Rascal out there on the track. Hey, Little Rascal, you're definitely part of our gang. And actually, there's at least 2 members of our gang out there for that right now, because Raging Red Ruby, the littlest sister on that team, is out there with Venom. That pack moving slowly as Lil Rascal gets through on her qualifying lap. Looking to put points on now, and does so, putting 4 more points up for Team Elphie. And number 2 for Team Galinda, that is Flash. Flash, we are all proud of you. Keep on skating hard. Rascal pushing hard against those pink Galinda blockers up at the front of the pack. That pack getting a little more spread out than we really want to see most of the time. And Flash goes to that inside track, gets through, puts 4 on the board for Team Galinda. 4 and 4 on the board in this jam so far. Whoop, I take it back. 4 and 8 as Rascal pops through and puts another 4 points on the board and calls it off. Well done, Little Rascal. We got some more track maintenance happening out there. We appreciate that. Coming to the line now, we have Sassy B, number 3-3 for Team Elphie, and number 1-3, that is Danger Mouse, coming to the line for Team Galinda. Nailed it. Danger looking to go on around that outside, gets a little spin, almost makes it out, but that was number 2-3, Star Flash, coming around and taking Danger down to the outside. And Sassy B also getting recycled back to the back there. Looks like Star Flash is going to go sit in that ACS penalty box. And Sassy B is still on, I think both skaters still on their initial pass. We have less than a minute left on the clock and still no lead jammer. And Danger Mouse out of the pack now with lead status for Team Galinda. Danger making short work of that track getting back into the pack on a scoring pass. Looks to go to the outside. Less than 30 seconds on the game clock. This jam will go until its natural conclusion or Sassy calls it off. Not Sassy. Danger. Sorry, Danger Mouse. 4 points on the board by Danger Mouse. That pack kind of standing still over there on turn 2, waiting for the jammers to catch up. Oh no, Danger Mouse goes to the penalty box to the ACS penalty box for a cut. That means this will be a full 2-minute jam. It was going to be anyway, let's face it. Neither of those jammers were ever going to call it off, no matter who the lead was. 13 seconds left on the jam clock. Sassy B still in the pack on an initial pass. Those Galinda jammers doing an incredible job of holding on to her. Sassy headed to that ACS penalty box herself, but not before time elapses and the game comes to its conclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Galinda, 212 points. Team Elphaba, 252. Team Elphaba takes the win today. Oh, 215 points. Looks like Danger Mouse managed to get another 3 points on there before headed to that penalty box. Way to go, guys. Thank you so much, juniors, for all your hard work today. We love you. And if you're new to Derby, get up there on the line and get yourself a high five. That's what it's called. Oh, no, not, wait. There we go. Where's your
Have a roster. We don't have a roster.
We are working on rosters.
Working on a roster. Looks like Hazard is jamming for Team White.
Oh, that is Creature and Hazard on the line.
Creature, there we go.
Creature in the black jersey skating for Bad Habits.
Here, this is new resolutions. This is bad habits. I'm working on transferring a little bit.
All right.
Creature getting knocked to the outside, taken back to the back of the pack, while Hazard hops out of the front of the pack, takes the first lead of the year for our, I'm going to call them adults.
Yeah, grown-ups.
I don't know if they count as adults, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Larger skaters. Let's just say larger. Yeah, she's having a hard time, though.
Over 18.
Over 18. Having a hard time getting through the pack. She's calling it off just to make sure that Bad Habits doesn't get any points. So 0-0. Oh, she did get 2. I did not see her get her hips past, but she must have.
Resolutions putting 2 on the board in that last jam. First jam.
First jam.
All right, who we got out there? Number 187.
And 113, and I don't have a 113 on my roster.
Who's 187?
So anyways, there are people skating. I'm positive of that. And Bad Habits are out of the pack early.
Oh, that's Tricky.
Bandana might have been a giveaway.
787, Tricky.
Tricky body.
Bad Habits Tricky puts some points on the board, calls it off. That is our first lead change of the game as Bad Habits puts 4 up on the board.
Back and forth.
I'm still working on it.
And we got Barry Boothlicious jamming for Bootylicious? Is it Booty? Oh, I see. Bootylicious, which makes more sense. Jamming for Team White. Resolutions.
Oh my God. She was our bounce shot girl in the last game.
She was.
Meta. What is her name? What is it? Mantra.
She's got a.
Do we call her Mantra?
Mantra jamming for Bad Habits. Oh, it looks like Bootylicious is headed to that ACS penalty box. First penalty of the game, and it is a power jam for Mantra on Bad Habits.
See if those Bad Habits blockers, now that they don't have to worry about Mantra, if they can open up some space to get their jammer through the line. And they do.
And there she goes. Not lead jammer, however.
Oh, yep.
So this will be a full 2-minute jam since Bootylicious does have a penalty. That means no lead jammer for this third jam of the third jam. I missed a jam. I missed a jam.
No, though we had what? We had the first one 2-0, second one 4-2. This is the third.
Yep. Nope,
Yep,
you're right.
you're right.
I'm
I'm
pretty.
right. Yeah.
I'm pretty.
Yeah.
I'm still wearing my hat because it's keeping me warm.
Yep.
Bootylicious out of the pack puts 4 on the board. Mantra only has to get through past Obi Bump Kenobi.
And I am dealing with an incomplete roster, but we had Baymax
Our
there,
rosters
actually.
are. Oh, sorry, Sketchy. I didn't mean to talk over you.
That's okay. I was just going to compliment Baymax on the hit she made like 2 minutes ago before I could find her number, but then I saw the jersey and I went, oh, I know who that is. Baymax blocking did a good job a little bit ago. All right.
Booty headed back to the ACS penalty box. This time I happen to know it was for a forearm.
So Bad Habits will start with a power jam. They're going to get a power start. Let's see if they can capitalize on that and build on that 2-point lead that they got going. All right, we got another jam lining up. Who do we have jamming for Bad Habits there? Number 18?
That's Slick Mick.
Slick Mick.
Slick Mick jamming for Bad Habits.
And Slick Mick is all alone right at the moment, so this is Bad Habits' chance to build up a lead when they don't have another jammer on the floor. So let's see if they can capitalize. Looks like Mick got about halfway through the pack without much trouble, and then she hit some resistance there. Oh, nice. Nice little spin move. Kept on her toes and managed to get her way out of the pack.
That is why they call Mick slick.
Slick Mick. Well, she...
Mick has put 4 points on the board in this jam, bringing Bad Habits up to 12. New Year's resolutions at half that with 6 on the board.
Oh, and another nice little apex jump to get Slick free of the pack. And it looks like Resolutions had a hat pass, but they're not going to get a chance to take advantage of that because the jam is over.
4 points on the board for Resolutions in that last jam. 8 on the board for Bad Habits, bringing the score to 16-10 as we head into jam number 5. I believe that is Creature back on the line for Bad Habits. And Hazard on the line again for New Year's Resolutions.
New Year's Resolutions. So far, not much of a lead's opened up one way or the other. We haven't had one of those big jams where someone racks up a lot of points. We're getting 4-point jams, 2-point jams. Let's see if that continues or if someone's going to crack this thing wide open.
This is incomplete, but this is essentially what I was given.
All right, and Bad Habits have pulled out by themselves. We don't have a lead jammer.
So I can walk around.
Oh, but and
I started to feel nauseous.
well, lots of things have just happened there.
All right, 16-14 as we head into the next jam. Bad Habits, Resolutions eating up that lead that Bad Habits had. It is a 2-point game. Tricky Bobby on the line.
It is a
with
nice, even
Pain
fight.
Dulce.
Yeah.
Dolce?
Dolce.
Dolce.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of Italian cinema or coffee. All right, so we got.
Look at that jammer love. Hey, wait a minute. What's happening here?
All right, there they go. I'm not sure exactly what just happened there, but I liked it. Both jammers trying to work their way through the opposing blockers. Both sets of blockers doing a pretty good job rotating around. Now it looks like the Resolutions are getting some help from their blocker to try to open up some space for their jammer, and it worked. So we have a lead jammer from the Resolutions.
I see you've rewrapped it.
It's Merle Hazard, right? Right? I think so.
Right, don't write.
You can use these ones for now.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not. It is Pain Dolce. I'm sorry. I'm one thing out. And Pain Dolce, while I was looking at her number, did something to get sent to the ACS penalty box. So we have a power jam opportunity for Bad Habits again.
Bad Habits have had a couple of power jam opportunities today. I think this is their third,
And
although I could be wrong.
they've gotten a little bit out of it, but again, nobody's really cracking this thing wide open. We're seeing some tough defense. So hats off to the blockers who are doing a really good job of making the jammers work hard. You're not getting any easy points here tonight. And they're getting kind of a reset out there. Blockers are pushing
That
up.
pack holding steady at on the apex between turns 1 and 2 as they are holding on to those jammers, both of whom are now back and engaged in the pack.
Yep.
We have 19 seconds left on the clock. There is no lead jammer, so this will be a full 2-minute jam.
And Bad Habits looking to almost broke free of the pack, got knocked out at the last second, and we're having them recycle to the back. Again, this is been so far a pretty big defensive bout. Lots of good blocking going on.
Oh, Stoner holding on to Pain Dolce there at the apex on turn 3.
That is turn 3, yeah. I thought the pack was spreading apart, but I'm no ref, so I no one called it, so I'm wrong. That's what I'm going to say about that.
If the people in stripes don't say it,
Yep.
it's not a penalty.
It didn't happen. That's what I say. But all right. So we got Merle Hazard out there again, and is it who's up there for the Bad Habits?
That's Hazard out there, I believe, with boobies.
I knew that, and I was going to let you say it. That was basically what that was. No, I got Merle Hazard. I saw her.
I did see the look on your face, and I came to the rescue because I can say boobies. In fact, I can tell you that boobies
Listen.
is in the ACS penalty box.
I've been saying boobies since I was in about 3rd grade, so, you know, it's not like it's new to me, but I just chose to let you have it this time. All right, so Merle Hazard does have a chance at a power jam here, and Resolutions can build on their lead, and they have. They got a 1 scoring pass already. Merle looks like she might be up. She's going to call it so they can have the power start. A little strategy going on out there.
Checking in with her bench coach, making sure that she is doing what she should be doing.
Yep.
I love these scrimmages with skaters from all over. It makes for a super fun time knowing who's who.
All right, we got Barry Bootylicious out there again.
We have a team timeout.
Looks like we're tying some shoes, tightening them up.
Oh. Are you cold? Is that what you're telling me? You can put my jacket on if you want. I could not. I was trying to get but I want candy. There's a candy.
All right.
I just needed a little bit of sugar because my...
So if you have someone who couldn't make it, let them know that they can watch us live on the Twitch app. Get on the Twitch app or go to twitch.com and search for Sacramento Roller Derby. And Sacramento Roller Derby would like to thank our longtime sponsor, Empire's Comics Vault and Hot Sauce. Located at 1120 Fulton Avenue in Sacramento, they have been providing comics to all ages for over 15 years. Head over to Empire's Comics Vault. It's one of the nicest, friendliest stores in Sacramento. Love those guys. All right, looks like we've gotten all the equipment battened down. And we are about ready to go. We have Barry Bootylicious up for the New Year's resolutions. And who do we have for the habits here?
Hey, we've got Creature out there.
Creature, thank you. We've seen this matchup actually a little earlier, and once again, had a little trouble pulling Creature's number. So it looks like Creature has broken free right out of turn 1 and giving Bad Habits a chance to even up the score a little bit.
Hey, what's the score right now, Sketch?
I'm so glad you asked me that. It is 22 resolutions, 16 Bad Habits.
Sorry.
But I think, we have Creature going to the ACS penalty box. So we have a power jam now for the resolutions, and they're going to get an opportunity to build up that lead a little bit more.
That's a reverse of what we've seen so far. We've seen a lot of New Year's resolutions sitting in those penalty boxes. But I kind of feel like Bad Habits should be in the ACS penalty box once in a while, because...
Bad Habits, yeah. You would think. Maybe the resolution was to get in the penalty box more, in which case they're doing their job.
Don't worry about it. I know a lot of them, but...
All right, we did have a cap pass of to 110. Let's be honest. Oh, Creature going down over here on the apex between turns 3 and 4, and I heard her slide across that floor. That made my hips hurt. I just want to give it up for the effort to stay in on that. Now, it didn't work, but there was some body contortion going on trying to stay in bounds to make sure she didn't get knocked out. I'm going to come over here and stand under the speaker so I can hear Sketchy. All right, I'm glad you're doing that.
No, I'm trying to talk.
All right.
Like I can.
And, okay.
All right.
And Bootylicious.
That brings the jam to its natural conclusion at 2 minutes. Let's be honest, and New Year's resolutions putting 20 points up on the board in that last jam, bringing the score to 20 for Bad Habits, 42 for New Year's resolutions. And it looks like we have Tricky Bobby and Hazard back out here jamming. Yeah. After a bout so far that has been dominated by defense, we had the first real offensive jam. We had resolutions racking up 20 points. Hazard slamming back into Allie, taking Allie down and getting a back block penalty for that. That puts 2 of the New Year's resolution skaters in that ACS penalty box and gives Tricky Bobby the the not only lead, but the power jam that Bad Habits needs. Slick Mick now reporting to that ACS penalty box as well.
Yeah, and this is, we've had a lot of power jams where it ended up with no lead jammer, but this is different. The Bad Habits are really in control of their destiny here. They're going to get to call this whenever they feel that they need to. So that's a little different than some of the jams we've seen earlier.
If you're in the ACS penalty box, that means you're committing penalties, which I'm going to just say is a bad habit that needs to be broken.
I don't know. It means you're working hard. Maybe not smart, but you're definitely working hard.
My fan over here, Crutch, says they should resolve to do better. I'll give you credit for that one. I ain't taking credit for that.
All right. Well, after a 20-point jam from Resolutions a little bit earlier, we now have a 13-point jam for Bad Habits, which is helping them cut into that lead and catch back up. So we have 42-33, a single-digit lead, 9 points for the Resolutions. And we have, who do we have up there, 73? Payne Dolce jamming, starting way off the pack. I have to admit, I'm sometimes a little baffled about what's going on here. And we have, so.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Payne Dolce recycling Stoner all the way back, almost to the pack. Stoner paying her back with a nice hit to the outside.
Hit right at the right moment.
Dolce goes down on the outside.
Dolce doesn't seem to be too
It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah. She's dusting herself off.
Both jammers engaged in the pack, but they are finding out what high-level blocking really looks like.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that tonight. There's been just one or two jams where the jammers have had their way. Most of the time, it's been a night for the blockers. They're doing a great job of just holding those jammers back, not letting them get too many points on them. And we're getting a lot of quick call jams, too. That's also keeping the score low.
Hey, we had a star pass. I don't know if you've said anything about it.
I was trying to be good because I saw it happening, but I don't think that the Habits had noticed, so I was trying not to say anything, although they're not paying any attention to us anyway, but just in case.
That was to Mo Dirt, but I'm kind of digging the name on the back of her shirt. Obi Bump Kenobi.
Yeah, very nice. So we have Freckles, the Destroyer, out there for the Resolutions.
And that is Slick Mick for Bad Habits.
All right, and jam on. Freckles is trying for that outside line.
Oh.
Almost had her a path on the outside there, but did get knocked down out of bounds, so she's cycling to the back. Can't see how Slick Mick's doing, although I can see she's fighting hard. They are they're stopping her, but they're paying a price for it. She's really, really working hard to break through that pack. But Freckles has broken free and has grabbed lead jammer status.
Resolutions has that lead status, but it looks like Freckles just got recycled back to the back of the pack.
It doesn't look like anybody's scored so far, but Freckles does have lead jammer status, so she can get through here. I believe this is her scoring pass.
Mick stashing that star and getting through the pack.
Yep.
But it was Mick's qualifying lap as those New Year's Resolutions blockers held on to her incredibly well.
There were 3 points scored by the Resolutions. Yeah, Freckles was watching, and the second Mick got free of the pack, she said, I'm calling this. We're not going to risk letting the Bad Habits get any points. That's smart Derby. So now we have... I can't wait till I've been doing this for another few months and I know everybody's number. We have Hazard back out there for the Resolutions.
By the way, we have a big shout out to the officials, the announcers, and the medics tonight on Twitch.
from Anarchy Faye. Thank you so much, everybody, for helping out and everything you do.
Cheater.
All right.
I happen to know that Anarchy Faye is here in the building.
And Hazard has gotten lead jammer status while we were doing that. And she was forced to call that jam. She was worried about Bad Habits, who was right behind her. Urban Flex and Flow is a fitness, yoga, and wellness studio committed to community connection and accessibility. Their studio can be found at 6442 Fair Oaks Boulevard in Carmichael. That is Urban Flex and Flow. All right, let's see who we got out here. We have a, looks like we have a team timeout for the resolutions there, I think, if I heard that right. I'm not seeing a jammer out there for white. Oh, here it comes. There we go. It wasn't just my imagination, so I do feel a little better there.
No, it was not your imagination, but now we have Let's Be Honest out there getting ready to jam against Ali Silent. Not Ali Silent. Ali Sun.
Ali Sun.
Sorry, Ali.
Just saw the front of Let's Be Honest jersey shirt there, and I get it. That's all I want to say. Leave it at that. All right, so Let's Be Honest against Allison. All right, I guess we're still in that team timeout, although it looks like everybody's out there and ready to go. We've seen a little.
All right, we got some track maintenance going on right now. We appreciate those track maintenance people keeping our skaters and our officials safe who are out there on 8 wheels. And as a personal shout out, I want to thank our non-skating officials, our scorekeepers, our penalty box timers, our penalty trackers out there in the middle of the track.
And Let's Be Honest, made fairly short work of the pack, got through those blockers, and is on her qualifying lap.
Tricky Bobby headed to that ACS penalty box.
Oh, nice little apex jump for Let's Be Honest. She made it look easy, which is not what those blockers want. Oh. Well, looks we've tried a little jammer on jammer hit there, but it did not work. And Let's Be Honest, again, a very quick and easy scoring pass. So let's see if the Bad Habits can put a body on her, and they do. Little hip check. Wasn't a super hard hit, but it was enough to knock her off balance, and that's all you need. So, and we're back. Let's Be Honest, has been one of the more effective jammers we've seen out there tonight. She is really making them work hard, and she's prying them apart almost single-handedly and getting through. So here we go again. Let's Be Honest with another scoring pass. Let's see if she can get another one on the boards. She is building and building that resolutions lead.
Uh-oh. Let's Be Honest headed to that ACS penalty box. That leaves Bad Habits out there with a power jam.
They got 30 seconds for that power jam. And we know the rule, which is whenever you single out a jammer and say they're doing great, they are certainly going to head for the penalty box as soon as you make that observation. But yeah, let's see if Resolutions can, Bad Habits can take a little advantage of the Resolutions jammer being in the penalty box, the ACS penalty box. And with no lead jammer, we let the full 2 minutes expire, and we are on to jam number 13. All right, we got Hazard out there again. And we have number, what do we have there, 17? Oh, and we got Rhodes. I'm so sorry, Rhodes. I'm embarrassed. Rhodes Warrior, who is league president right now, is she not? I believe so. I wonder if they defer to her more on the floor because, you know, don't want to put a hit on the president. Well, anyways, Rhodes broke free from the pack early and then made a fairly easy pass through to get her first scoring pass. And she's coming back around for another. Rhodes has been doing this for quite a while. She's an incredibly skilled skater and pretty strong to boot. And I happen to know she knows one of the officials pretty well. Rhodes, second scoring pass as she is attempting to chop into that lead. Oh, Rhodes went for the apex leap there, but didn't quite get it. So she's going to cycle to the back and see what she can do. Thought Rhodes had lead jammer status, but she does not. It looks like it is actually in the Resolution's hands there. Now things have ground to a halt a little more. We're not seeing it quite as easy for either jammer to get through the pack. Yeah. You know, we have had a couple jams that were, pretty high scoring, but for the most part, we have seen some really, really good blocking out there tonight. The blockers are doing an excellent job of holding those jammers.
We give them to each other. I work at the shows.
That's what we do with the right?
Yeah. I've started taking trinkets with me to give to people because I'm like, I work the information table. And so I'm constantly answering questions, and I'm like, you look like you need this.
Hey, Calamity.
Let's see if Sketch will.
Calamity. All right. So we have a new lineup out there. Looks like we got Let's Be Honest jamming for the. I'm not saying we could hear everything you were saying. I'm just saying you forgot to turn the mic
I wasn't talking.
Uh-huh.
I knew you were talking, and I was just going to let you.
Yeah. Okay. That's one way of looking at it.
Sometimes I just want to listen.
Yeah. It's a listening tour. All right.
It's rare.
We have another team meeting. Yeah, we got another team timeout out there. I did not see which team called that. I'm going to arbitrarily say it was Bad Habits. I don't know that that's true, but I think it is. If you're looking for some new
Get it.
If you're looking for
the seriousness of competitive roller derby, folks. That's mantra out there with Let's Be Honest.
All right. So it looks like we got back on.
Mantra and Let's Be Honest jamming.
Yep. All right, Mantra is free.
You know one of the scariest things in roller derby?
No, what is one of the scariest things in roller
A
derby?
smiling jammer.
Yeah, I guess that's probably
If that jammer is coming up on the pack with a big old grin on her face, oh my gosh.
That usually means something fun's going to happen, though, so I'll give it that. And Let's Be Honest, coming up on the pack. And there it is.
Mantra taking a swipe at Let's Be Honest before calling it off there.
I heard Mantra's bench begging for her to call that jam, so she heard him.
She had a plan. She had a plan.
So we have a 30-point lead for the Resolutions. They got one more point on that last jam.
Hey, Sketch.
Yes.
Who's jamming?
I'm glad you asked me that. It's Hazard and, it's funny because there used to be Biohazard Boobies, and now it seems like they've split into two people. Is that what happened?
Oh, that was good. Yeah. That was good.
We have Hazard and Boobies out there, although this is two different people. All right. So, and Hazard popped out early. I wasn't even looking, and she got away from me fast and calls it. Smart, quick derby. All right.
That was an incredibly enthusiastic call off from Hazard there, literally hopping on her toe stops while she was calling it off.
And if you're looking for some new skates or safety gear so you can begin your own roller derby journey, start at Tor's Quad Shop, located at 2309 K Street, Suite 101, inside the Boulevard Skate Shop. Or find them on Instagram. Tor is at the shop on Saturdays and Sundays to help you find the right setup. Todd will happily help you if you come in on a weekday.
All right, we got Tricky Bobby out there jamming against Passion Swivel Hips number 22.
for Resolutions. Passion getting recycled back by Stoner. Tricky Bobby's still stuck in the pack, though. Whoa, taking a spill there in front of Freckles, and it looks like Passion's going to get out first, getting that lead status for New Year's resolutions. I'm pretty sure Passion's resolution was not to jam this year.
Well, she's broken already. She hit the pack at speed. She was not showing any hesitation there, so if she didn't want to be there, she didn't show it. And another two.
But if that was Passion's resolution, does that mean she's broken it and she needs to go to the other team now?
We could have people flip-flopping teams all night if we start going down that path, so I think we're just going to let it lie. All right.
Look, it's nothing compared to Red Red, where I never know who's on what team from half to half, let alone throughout the day.
All right, we got Mo Dirt jamming for the resolutions.
And Creature jamming for Bad Habits.
Mo was trying for that inside lane. She got half a foot up there, but then they knocked her out of bounds, so she's going to reset and try again.
Some great communication out there with those blockers for Bad Habits as they keep a hold of Mo Dirt, knock her to the outside and recycle her back. And Creature gets out with the lead status for Bad Habits.
It has, again, don't want to over. It looks like we got a cap pass, and that's how the resolutions finally got out of that pack.
Did you say a pass or a stash?
Pass.
Nope, it was a stash. That was still.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was still Mo.
You're right. I'm so sorry. She came out of the pack with it in her hand. I saw the front of the jersey, and I thought, oh, that's a new person, but you're right. It was still Mo.
It's a little tricksy.
Yeah, well.
They like to do that once in a while. If you're not the lead jammer, trying to take the cover off and stash it while you're trying to get through that pack can give you an advantage. Doesn't always work if you've got sharp blockers on the other team.
Yeah.
And we've got Hazard and Stoner on the line.
All right,
I just noticed that Stoner's Satanic Temple jersey that they're wearing today says Devil's Lettuce.
Yeah, I saw that. So Stoner is coming up to the pack. Oh, made it nice and easy, and then called the jam quickly to make sure that the resolutions didn't get a chance to score any points. So a quick 4 up there for Bad Habits. They got to be pretty pleased with that. Anytime you get points and the other team doesn't, that was a good jam.
I also want to give a shout out to our bench coaches out here today. We appreciate what you're doing for your teams. I love the bench coaches, and I always forget to tell you that. So I love you, bench coaches. I love you.
That is so sweet.
Tricky Bobby back out there for Bad Habits.
And Let's Be Honest is out there for the resolutions.
Who's jamming for New Year's? Who's jamming for resolutions?
I thought it was Let's Be Honest. Is it not?
It may be. I couldn't see.
It is. I called it right. Why are you?
No, I was asking.
Why are you questioning me?
I wasn't questioning you. I was actually asking you.
I said it. All right. What is Let's Be Honest?
I can't hear you.
Let's Be Honest, as I think grabbed lead jammer status, if I'm watching right. Although I got into an argument of whether she was the person she's pretending to be. All right, so yes, Let's Be Honest is jamming for the resolutions. She does have the lead jammer status, but is heading for the ACS penalty box, which is going to mean we have no lead jammer at the moment. Looks like the refs are having them pack up. Do we not have a jammer out there?
We don't have a jammer on the track at all at the moment, do we?
Yeah.
Somebody needs to be released from the penalty box.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
So yeah, if you don't have a jammer out on the floor, that's technically just couples skate.
Okay.
There's really nothing going on at that point. So
don't push on our desk, Sketch.
I didn't think I bumped it, but I must have. All right, so.
There's a reason Calamity is out from behind the announcer's desk today. It's crowded back there, and I don't want to be the one to knock things over.
So, again, we're seeing a really nice job blocking, although great little apex jump from Rhodes, but didn't quite manage to stick the landing. I think she had a toe out of bounds. The idea was good. I'd give it to her, it was a moral victory. Rhodes has done a pretty good job. Yeah, she had managed to pick apart those blockers pretty well, had them spread out. There were some opportunities for her to get around, and so she did. All right, we are heading into halftime. We got a 15-minute break. Resolutions are in the lead, 83 over the Bad Habits with 54. We have 15 minutes. Go get snacks, buy a shirt, and we'll be back and see you in 10 or 15, okay? Bye now.
Hot off out there today. You did a good job.
Thanks. By the way, I love your hat.
I decorated that myself. Thank you. I was dying for an opportunity to wear it again.
Hello, Sacramento Roller Derby fans. This is Ben Schwartz from Empire's Comics Vault here in Sacramento, California. And this is my buddy, Hot Pepper Pug, and the sleepy old girl, Captain Dylan Hunt. We are here to tell you how excited we are about Sacramento Roller Derby and about the fact that they are playing again. It is so exciting. We're looking forward to getting the Empire's Comics Vault teams back together so we can go down and enjoy it. And we wanted to offer all of you something special for being supporters of the Sacramento Roller Derby. As the longest local Sacramento supporter of Sacramento Roller Derby, we would like to give you 10% off your entire purchase. All you have to do is come down and tell me who your favorite skater is. Is it Kista? Is it Shanita Crutch? Is it She-Ra? You tell me, and take 10% off your entire order. Come down, play with the pugs. Let's talk about movies, let's talk about books, and just have a great time here at Empire's Comics Vault in Sacramento, California.
It's going to be a highlight tonight. Find it, people looking windows, in the house, searching for a show.
Sacramento Roller Derby fans. This is Ben Schwartz from Empire's Comics Vault here in Sacramento, California. And this is my buddy, Hot Pepper Pug, and the sleepy old girl, Captain Dylan Hunt. We are here to tell you how excited we are about Sacramento Roller Derby and about the fact that they are playing again. It is so exciting. We're looking forward to getting the Empire's Comics Vault teams back together so we can go down and enjoy it. And we wanted to offer all of you something special for being supporters of the Sacramento Roller Derby. As the longest local Sacramento supporter of Sacramento Roller Derby, we would like to give you 10% off your entire purchase. All you have to do is come down and tell me who your favorite skater is. Is it Kista? Is it Shanita Crutch? Is it She-Ra? You tell me, and take 10% off your entire order. Come down, play with the pugs. Let's talk about movies, let's talk about books, and just have a great time here at Empire's Comics Vault in Sacramento, California.
It's going to be a fine night
Sacramento Roller Derby fans. This is Ben Schwartz from Empire's Comics Vault here in Sacramento, California. And this is my buddy, Hot Pepper Pug, and the sleepy old girl, Captain Dylan Hunt. We are here to tell you how excited we are about Sacramento Roller Derby and about the fact that they are playing again. It is so exciting. We're looking forward to getting the Empire's Comics Vault teams back together so we can go down and enjoy it. And we wanted to offer all of you something special for being supporters of the Sacramento Roller Derby. As the longest local Sacramento supporter of Sacramento Roller Derby, we would like to give you 10% off your entire purchase. All you have to do is come down and tell me who your favorite skater is. Is it Kista? Is it Shanita Crutch? Is it She-Ra? You tell me, and take 10% off your entire order. Come down, play with the pugs. Let's talk about movies, let's talk about books, and just have a great time here at Empire's Comics Vault in Sacramento, California.
It's going to be a fine night tonight.
Sacramento Roller Derby fans. This is Ben Schwartz from Empire's Comics Vault here in Sacramento, California. And this is my buddy, Hot Pepper Pug, and the sleepy old girl, Captain Dylan Hunt. We are here to tell you how excited we are about Sacramento Roller Derby and about the fact that they are playing again. It is so exciting. We're looking forward to getting the Empire's Comics Vault teams back together so we can go down and enjoy it. And we wanted to offer all of you something special for being supporters of the Sacramento Roller Derby. As the longest local Sacramento supporter of Sacramento Roller Derby, we would like to give you 10% off your entire purchase. All you have to do is come down and tell me who your favorite skater is. Is it Kista? Is it Shanita Crutch? Is it She-Ra? You tell me and take 10% off your entire order. Come down, play with the pugs. Let's talk about movies, let's talk about books, and just have a great time here at Empire's Comics Vault in Sacramento, California.
It's going to be a fine night tonight.
His office can be found at 5301 Madison Avenue in Sacramento. All right.
I feel like I nailed it with the music for this bout because I've seen a lot of dancing happening.
It Takes Two by Rob
Y'all want
Bates.
music? You tell me what you want. I'll make sure it gets played at the next bout that I'm at and in charge of the music.
What? All right.
That may or may not be on the playlist already.
And we got Barry Boobalicious up again for the resolutions.
All right, our refs are back in position. Halftime is over.
By the way, we are live back on.
There we go. Jam one of the second half, 83-54. Resolutions in the lead right now.
But Bad Habits has grabbed lead jammer status. See if they can score some points and get themselves back into this thing. I'm just going to say, in my own personal life, Bad Habits are almost always beating resolutions, especially this time of year.
Sketch, you're really happy to be back on mic and talking about roller derby, aren't you?
I'm very happy to be talking about roller derby. One of my favorite groups of people in the world are roller derby girls. Women, I don't know. They always used to call them girls. I'm not trying to be sexist. Whatever you want. Skaters. Let's just say skaters.
Back to the track, my friend. Back to the track.
Back to the track. After breaking out of the pack early, Bad Habits are having a little bit of trouble getting that scoring pass in. But they still do have lead jammer status if they are in control of their destiny. And I think they decided to call the whole thing off with 4 points. Make sure that the resolutions did not get any as well. Oh, 7 points. Ah, there was a scoring pass in there I missed. So another 7, chopping into the resolutions lead a little bit. Let's see how we do the next time.
All right, we got Creature out there.
And Hazard again.
I don't know if you said that. Like I said, I can't hear a word you're saying.
Hazard. Yeah, I said it. All right, so we got Hazard and Creature jamming. Hazard taking a little spill. I'd like to say someone knocked her over, but I think she just lost her footing there. And she is fighting hard.
Did anybody else see Slick Mick like almost spank another player there?
I don't think I had the angle for that, but I'm sorry I missed it. I'll just say that. All right. And Creature cycling to the back there. Tried to do something a little fancy, but got knocked out of bounds. Again, both teams' blockers doing a good job of holding people. But Creature found that inside lane, managed to just basically step through the pack and has grabbed lead jammer status and has an opportunity to get some points on the board.
Creature hits the pack and calls it off.
Threw her hips past as many people as she could and then quick called. So
Creature winning that jam.
Another winning jam from Habits. They're not racking up huge points each jam, but they're getting points and not letting the resolutions have any. So another 5 points for them. We have a bout of 83 to 66 now. The lead is shrinking. Looks like I got a bout shout for number 420, Devil's Lettuce. Killing it. No one can stop you. So you're going to get an opportunity to prove that right now, because I believe Devil's Lettuce is out there, or Stoner, jamming right now and has grabbed lead jammer status. I'm going to credit that to the bout shout. That's exactly what they said was going to happen, and yo, it does. So we got Stoner out there with lead jammer status, and Payne Dolce there, and well, we got a quick call. See what we had there, but we got another 4 for Bad Habits. 4 here, 5 there. And what was a 25-point lead or so is now a 13-point lead, as the Bad Habits are chipping away. Every single jam, they're catching up. And looks like we got an official review. We're going to talk about what just happened. Looks like Stoner is out there as the representative from the Bad Habits.
So when the officials have made their official review official, that was really awkward. I believe that Fibonacci will tell us what's going on. He does have a mic out there.
Oh.
Otherwise, I would run out there and listen in.
Yeah.
Ow. After I stabbed myself in the face with my metal straw.
I always kind of like the mystery of not knowing what's going on. I preferred it, actually, but all right, we'll let him tell us what's happening.
Well, you know, in roller derby, sometimes nobody knows what's happening. And if you like that quote, I am selling a shirt on Bonfire with that quote on it.
All right, I see the mic is in hand.
Got to get my own, in there.
I was actually going to set you up for that, but you grabbed a hold of it. You saw the opportunity, so good for you. All right.
I also have a QR code on my phone if people want to order shirts,
All right.
It's all to pay for this.
Right. We are helping with the travel expenses to make sure that Calamity can travel with the team to announce bouts near and far. And I am for that proposition, so she's selling some pretty cool T-shirts if you like Derby. But we got an announcement.
You guys turn me on? Hello. Okay. The the black team was challenging the lack of a cut call on the white jammer. It was observed that the blocker that the jammer allegedly cut had actually stepped out of bounds.
All right. So we have a retroactive cut, I think, was what we ended up with there. Still, another 4 on the board for Bad Habits as they continue their kind of relentless march to cut into that resolutions lead. All right, and we are back on. Looks like Let's Be Honest there is jamming for the resolutions. She's been pretty effective tonight. Ooh, she absorbed a nasty hit from the Bad Habits, and both jammers are free of the pack. Let's see if the Habits can get some points before calling this thing off. There it goes. Smart play from Rhodes there, who was jamming for the Bad Habits. She got herself out in front and called that thing off. So 4 for Habits, 2 for resolutions. And it's the important things that every jam, they want to close that gap a little more. We're down to an 11-point lead for the resolutions.
Get it, Stoner. Get it, Stoner.
All right, we got Hazard and Stoner. Hazard going for that outside line. And then, no, you know what? She's going to go straight through the middle. She's going to break that those blockers apart and just take her piece right out of the center, and she did. So we have a lead jammer with Hazard, who did a great job of knocking apart what has been a fairly solid Bad Habits blocking line up to now.
Did you read it already?
All right.
I want to give a mad shout out to some of our blockers out there in that last jam. I don't know if you saw it, but I got Murder Mittens out there on the track skating with some high-level blockers and holding their own.
I can't see who's jamming there with the invisible number on their shirt.
I think it's Modest. I'm not sure.
I know we got Creature. I'm not sure who
Yeah.
the Resolutions jammer is.
Yeah. We think it's Modest. Okay. We're going to say Modest, and if it's not, I apologize, but there's no numbers on that shirt. All right. So Creature has grabbed lead jammer status for the Habits and has already gotten a scoring pass in. So here comes number 2.
No, that was Copper Boom. Who? Copper Boom. Copper Boom? Copper Boom.
All right. Well,
I have it as Modest. I guess not. I thought Copper Boom was, Copper Boom is yeah. I have her as 239.
we got Hazard out there again jamming for the Resolutions. And Hazard number 80 is a force to be reckoned with. That's according to the bout shout that I have in front of me. And you know what? I have always found that to be true. Hazard is a force to be reckoned with. So people love you out there, Hazard. Just wanted to let you know.
Who is that? Oh, Hazard. These are all, yeah.
All right. And we're in turn 3 here, and we're getting some hard knocks from the blockers, who are once again making life difficult for the jammers on both teams.
Hey, Punky. Punky, what do we have out there in the Twitch world?
Well, we are live again on Twitch TV. It's twitch.tv/Sacramento Roller Derby. We are currently live on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Sacramento Roller Derby. If you are watching, subscribe. Please subscribe. Also, if you have something to say, let us know. We'll shout it out.
And in the meantime, the Hazard, I think that was, just called that for the Resolutions, who put up a quick 4. And I think they stopped the Habits from getting anything in return. So good jam for the Resolutions. Oh, no, I was wrong. There was a whole nother pass there, just late to the board. So an 8-point jam for Hazard. And the lead is now 19 in favor of the Resolutions. And we got Mo Dirt jamming again for the Resolutions. I think this is their second or third time out there. And we have the back of a medic on the other side. Who is that? It's Zombie? Panda Zombie. Okay, I was reading it right. Just want to make sure I got it. Panda Zombie is jamming for the Bad Habits. Don't think we've seen Panda out there tonight, but I could be wrong. We are the 7th jam in the second half, so we've seen a few.
Are we having nothing but a good time? Can y'all hear me? Oh, I can hear me, so I know you can hear me. Now I said, are we having nothing but a good time? Y'all know that skaters are like pixies, right? The louder you are, the more energy they have.
Listen, Calamity, the crowd is trying to conserve its body heat. You just can't ask them to expend it like that. All right, we have a Twitch shout from Dell Racing, number 26. Skull and Lace, 125 is killing it. So, Skull, we got somebody giving you a shout out from Twitch. And in what's going on in the pack news, it looks like a giant mess from here. Both jammers are trying to muscle their way through the middle of the pack. Everyone's all bunched up. But the Habits have grabbed lead jammer status. Everybody's looking a little bit gassed because they are working hard out there. I think the Habits were hoping that this scoring pass was going to be a little easier than the initial pass, but it was not to be. The Resolutions have gotten the cap off, and they're handing it back and forth or faking that they're handing it back and forth, but so far that doesn't seem to have really fooled anyone. All right, and a called jam. Did we get any points? I think it was a 0-0 jam, and I think that's going to stick.
Hey, we got a shout out from our Twitch stream. What you got for me, Punky?
By the way, we have a shout out on Twitch from Dell Racing 26. Says Skull and Lace 1025 is killing it.
All right. So, all right, so we're back on jamming. And we have Payne Dolce jamming for the Resolutions. And looks like Stoner jamming for the Bad Habits. So, caramel and weed. That sounds like a good combination. All right, let's see what happens. Both jammers are hitting the pack at about the same time. Yeah. Quick call. Nobody wanted to risk anybody else getting points, so I think nobody's going to get points. So, one for the Habits. Okay. Point for the Habits, and we are back to a 15-point lead in favor of the Resolutions.
We have another shout out from Twitch. 649 is the best mom. That's from Dr. Coyle.
All right. And it looks like we got Creature jamming for the Bad Habits. And we're having a little trouble. Oh, it's Hazard is jamming there for the Resolutions. But the Habits have a nice lead coming out of the pack. Let's see if they can get some points before calling this jam off. Oh, nice apex jump and a quick call. Nice. Very good, Creature. So that is how you do Derby. Got clear of the pack, got her points, and made sure that the Resolutions did not get theirs.
Dr. Coyle says, go mom.
I feel like Dr. Coyle may be a little biased for number 649.
Maybe so. But
We don't care. We love our fans.
We got to be a proud mom. The kid's a doctor. So, all right. We have
I'm about shout for Murder Mittens. You rock. You're doing great.
That is so sweet. Speaking of Murder Mittens, I could use a pair of mittens right now because it's cold. Let's Be Honest is jamming for the Resolutions, and she got sent to the ACS penalty box. That means the Habits will have an opportunity for a power jam. Let's see if they can take advantage and cut a little bit more into this 11-point Resolutions lead.
I was wondering why there was a star cover laying on the track. Apparently, the jammer was in the penalty box after a star pass. She did recover and escape and recover that star cover.
Got it.
But it was a little confusing seeing that on the track for so long.
Odd. And Baymax is heading over to the ACS penalty box. One of my favorite consistent design elements in anybody's shirt is Baymax putting the little Baymax eyes on the back of the shirt. I love that. That's my plug for Disney's Big Hero 6. All right, Let's Be Honest is back out there and free of the pack. Looks like we may not, and she's, that did not last long because let's be honest, ended up right back in the ACS penalty box. I did not see what it was. Did you see the call? I'm going to say she cut track. I have no idea if that's true, but it sounds plausible. No one's going to check me on it. So, yeah, she cut the track. All right, so we still have a power jam for the Habits if they can take advantage. They've already got an 8 up on the board, which has narrowed it down to a 3-point game after we've had a double-digit lead for most of this. So good job, Habits, for sticking with it, and they got themselves back into it.
Well, that just shows you how a halftime can make a huge difference for how a team is playing. Bad Habits took their halftime and discussed their strategy and turned things completely around.
Was there like an inspiring speech like you would see in like an after-school movie? Was there something like that?
Do it for the Gipper?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and that's
wow.
a super old reference.
Yeah, I was just agreeing with you out of habit, and then I was like, wow, that is an old one that I'm sure you and I are probably two of the only people in the building that got.
I don't expect anybody to understand it. We do have a tie game now, though, as we head into Jam 12.
Of the second period. So after all that derby action, we're right back to where we started from, where it's 50-50.
By the way, wanted to thank Cursing Hag for your subscription on Twitch. Thank you so much. We love it here.
And we do have a star pass for Bad Habits. Hazard sees that star pass to Rhodes Warrior and calls it off. 104-100 as we head into Lucky Jam 13.
All right, and Empire's Comics Vault and Hot Sauce is a great place to get graphic novels, and they have expanded to carry an artisan small batch hot sauce flavors. Empire's Comics Vault is located at 1120 Fulton Avenue in Sacramento.
Dr. Coyle wants to say again, 649, you're the best mom and the best blocker. Again, I think 649's got a fan.
So, hey.
Who is that?
I'm not sure, but they made quick work of the pack. Number 18 for the Habits.
Is that Pain Generator?
Maybe. We had a cap pass on the other side there. But looks like the Habits got their points and decided to call it off real quick. So, nice.
Tying that back up.
Hey, we got Rhodes out there. And Rhodes is lining up against Hazard. Is that right?
Does that make it a road hazard?
Road Hazard. Oh, that's so clever.
I'm so sorry. I apologize to Rhodes and Hazard for that.
All right, so we have Hazard hitting the pack with force and trying to drive it apart, whereas Rhodes said, hey, why go through when you can go around? Both strategies successful as they are within a few feet of each other. And both, let's see here. No one's going to call it up. Yeah, there it goes.
By the way, I just wanted to say thank you, Dr. Coyle, for the highlighted message. We appreciate you immensely.
You know, Dr. Coyle's my favorite. I don't mind saying it.
Good job, Mom, from Dr. Coyle.
All right, we got not a lead change, but we have a 3-point game now in favor of the Resolutions. It's pretty close, considering that we've had a double-digit lead for most of the bout. This is pretty good.
I am super impressed with the way Bad Habits have changed their strategy and come back in this one. Slick Mick out of the pack, taking lead status for Bad Habits. Allison holding on to, that is Cinder Blocker.
Yeah.
Jamming up. Looks like Allie's going to go to that ACS penalty box for holding on to her a little too far outside of the pack.
That gives...
That's all right. We love Allie, even when they're in the penalty box.
It hasn't hurt the Habits so far as they've retaken the lead at 113 to 108 in this what has turned into a back-and-forth bout.
Boy, if you were playing that game at home, you would sure be having a rough day now. You know, the one where you imbibe beverages when there's a lead change.
I assume that's what we were talking about, but I wasn't 100% connecting the dots.
I saw the confusion. Sorry. My bad.
Now we're good. So a nice jam for Habits, and I think this is the best lead they've had since very early. They're up by 8 at 116 to 108 after having trailed most of the bout. Hi, Quickie. All right. All right, we got Payne Dolce out there jamming for the Resolutions, lined up against Creature for Bad Habits. And right away, the jammers are giving it to each other there. They
Little bit of defensive action between those jammers.
Yeah, they didn't hit the pack right away. They went right after each other, which was kind of interesting.
But it does look like Creature is going to head to that ACS penalty box, giving Payne Dolce a power jam, which is going to give Resolutions the opportunity to make up those 8 points and hopefully get 9 if they want to do the lead change.
Yep, so we'll see what happens. It's not really what the Habits probably wanted to have happen when they finally got the lead, but let's see how their blockers do. We've had a lot of luck, the blockers have, in stopping jammers tonight. Let's see if they can hold on in this power jam and stop the Resolutions from getting some points. And
well, it looks like the Resolutions resolved to get those points because they were quickly through that pack.
Yeah, it is tough, especially when the Resolutions blockers do not have to worry about the Habits jammer. All they, can need to do is create holes in the Habits defense, and so it makes it double hard to stop when someone's on a power jam.
Payne getting knocked to that inside and had to go in behind the pack. Both jammers now back in the pack. Creature trying to get through on the inside here at turn 4, but Passion making sure that didn't happen. And we do have a star pass on Team Bad Habits. Allison taking that star and running out of the pack. It looks like Resolutions did get those 8 points they needed. And
anything happening for Habits there? Did they manage to sneak one in? It doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look like it. They got 4 more points to take that lead back. With 9 minutes and about 20 seconds left on the game clock, we're headed into Jam 17 for anybody who's keeping track at home.
Just a 3-point lead separating these two teams. And what has turned into a kind of a nail-biter of a bout after looking like it might be a blowout one way or the other early.
Dr. Quell says, good blocks, Mom. Good blocks, Mom. Definitely giving the love.
All right.
I guess we know who's watching at home on Twitch.
Looks like we had Stoner there, I think, jamming for the Habits. I can't quite make out who's jamming for the Resolutions. That's Hazard?
That's Hazard.
That's Hazard. Okay.
Stoner is out of the pack with lead status for Bad Habits. That is exactly what the Bad Habits want to see at this point, because it is going to give them the opportunity to take that lead back just like that.
Yeah, the Resolutions looked like they might have been a little bit asleep. They did not see that jammer coming up on them. They left the inside lane just wide open. A little too easy.
Well, Stoner's a pretty squirrely jammer, and I say that with love and respect.
No,
I mean squirrely as in they will absolutely move quickly through that pack and very agile so that if there is an opening, they can take advantage of it before the other team closes it down.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they just didn't see her or if it's just an inability to rotate over quick enough. But, yeah, Stoner going to just slice through the pack without anybody putting a body on her.
Oh, yeah. Either way, Stoner is absolutely, it's that agility, that ability to move quickly and to perceive not just what's happening at the moment, but what may happen and get through that pack.
I think the reason it kind of jumped out at me is because we haven't seen very much of that. The blockers have been doing a great job putting bodies on jammers. They have not let them get away with those type of things, but Stoner found a seam and took it.
Absolutely.
All right, and the Habits are back in the lead as we bounce back and forth with a 5-point lead now to the Habits, 125 to 120. We're in Jam 17 and about 8 minutes left on the clock. We have a team timeout, I'm assuming, for the Habits. I'm not sure who took that.
Hey, I know there's going to be an after party somewhere, and I was told it's at the same place that they had the after party for Red Red. I would love to tell you the name of it, and I know it starts with a C.
Yeah. I'm starting to think they're keeping it from us on purpose.
Somebody said it to me earlier, and I have Swiss cheese brain, so what goes in goes right back out.
Got Barry Boobalicious jamming for the Resolutions and
Tricky Bobby for the Bad Habits.
Oh, nice hit there from someone who's not on my roster. Cinder Blocker. aptly named there, really got a nice hit on the Bad Habits jammer, and solid.
I mean, Cinder Blocker is a solid block of muscle that takes you down.
You know, and it is, I don't think people that have not played this sport or watched it enough realize how hard it is sometimes just to make contact with somebody when you're throwing a hip out. You can strike out trying to block somebody, and Cinder Blocker, solid, really made contact and knocked him off balance. So I'm always impressed when a blocker gets a really good hit in like that.
We do have a Bad Habits Power Jam right now, and a star pass again to Allison.
You know, and she's directing traffic there, getting her blockers to try to clear a lane for her.
Oh! Allie slides right past and swivel hips, but that slick corner over there takes her down.
Well, but she spread the pack out enough that they had to let her go anyways. I thought she was going to get caught back up in it, and she was not.
Nope, Cinder Blocker went outside that 20-foot and had to let Allie go.
And Allie taking a knee. This might be some sort of protest. I'm not sure.
No, we don't protest that way anymore.
No, we don't. Okay, so not a protest, just fell on her knee.
Yeah, I think there's an equipment issue
check.
that she's fixing.
Yeah, she's making sure she's safe. And something happened. I missed the call there. Did anybody see what happened there? She's in the ACS penalty box. So
it could have been for staying down for too long. I don't know what that would be called, but
yeah, no. I'm with you.
Or if a skater tripped over her, it would have been a low block because she didn't get up quick enough.
Fair enough. Yep.
But it was still an effective jam for Bad Habits. They did put 4 points on the board, extending their lead to 7 points.
And we are starting another jam. The resolutions will be starting with a power jam, with a power start.
Let's be honest, donning that star for the power start.
All right, so then once we told you what the score was, they went and messed with it. So it's 132 to 122. The Habits have actually picked up a double-digit lead after losing by double digits for almost this entire bout from the beginning. So
I'm telling you,
good
that
job.
halftime made the difference.
It did.
However, let's be honest, is not going to let that power jam go to waste and is already out of the pack, taking lead status for the resolutions.
And she found a nice, she went outside and looks like she's going inside and doing a nice.
Allie right there with Les, but Les is absolutely known for that solid hit to another jammer.
Yeah, but the bigger point was that once she knew she couldn't knock her out of bounds, she called the jam. They're just not going to give the Habits a chance to get points on the board after that. So 4 for each. Didn't change the lead, but the scores went up to 136 to 126 in favor of the Habits.
And we have an official review being called.
Okay. Maybe they can tell us what happened with the kneeling thing over here. I'm not still a little vague on that, but. I think a couple of my organs are starting to shut down as the cold really sets in.
I keep hearing you talking about being cold, and you're like bundled up in a sweatshirt and a hoodie.
Oh, this is like this thin thing from Target. It's made out of T-shirt material. It's not really keeping me warm.
Okay. But I am wearing a dress that has no sleeves and a sheer shawl, and I have not complained about the cold once.
Well, that's your problem.
It's because
you have a mic. Complain all you want. I am.
Let's face it, it's because I'm hot.
Oh.
Okay, I'm not hot. I'm having hot flashes. That's the real honesty of it.
You know what? Can't get those, but I'd take them right now.
I'm just going to ask. I'm going to ask any old school Derby girls out there. Hear our song playing. This is our anthem.
Is it Cupid Shuffle?
No, it's Don't Stop Believin'.
Oh, there you go.
There's a new wave of skaters out there who think that the Derby anthem is hot to go, which is also on this playlist. But for those of us who have been in Derby for a long time, this is it.
I just figured you all like Glee.
Rude. See, even the coach knows what I'm talking about.
Hi, Crutch. All right, so we still have an official review.
The officials are reviewing for the official review. And once they are done reviewing, they will officially deliver the official review.
See, I did it better that time.
You did. Now you know, and they'll tell us something. I don't even know what they're reviewing at this point.
If Nacho has his mic, I'll make sure it's turned on. No, it's not going to be turned on. Hold on, I'm coming.
Bay Area's own Journey. Who doesn't love Journey? Everybody loves Journey.
I had like back problems until like
The white team was challenging the 4 points that were earned by the black team. They will not retain their official review as is.
Thank you, Nacho.
All right. Well, it sounded like the black team didn't want the white team to have points, but they're going to get them anyways, I think. The other way around. Either way, nothing changed. All right, we're good.
They were looking for additional points to be awarded or points to be taken. No, black.
Black was looking for white to have 4 points taken away, and that didn't happen. I'm not sure what the reasoning was. Maybe they just didn't like them having points. I think that might have been it. All right, so we have Hazard out there as lead jammer status for the resolutions. She is going to try to cut into this 10-point habits lead. Oh.
All right, we did have a called off. It looks like there was an injury. Our medics are reporting out there. We appreciate you.
I'm just going to take a brief moment to make sure everything's safe. Everyone's okay.
Hello, Sacramento Roller Derby fans. This is Ben Schwartz from Empire's Comics Vault here in Sacramento, California. And this is my buddy, Hot Pepper Pug, and the sleepy old girl, Captain Dylan Hunt. We are here to tell you how excited we are about Sacramento Roller Derby and about the fact that they are playing again. It is so exciting. We're looking forward to getting the Empire's Comics Vault teams back together so we can go down and enjoy it. And we wanted to offer all of you something special.
Return and go check out her booth over in Vendor Alley, or go see her at the shop located at 2309 K Street, Suite 101 in the Boulevard Skate Shop.
You know, if I needed anything for skating, I would be going to see Tor.
Tor is awesome. One of my favorite people in Derby, and I've known her forever. And Biohazard has quickly resumed what she was doing last time, which is grabbing lead jammer status.
Absolutely, as it is a power jam for Hazard.
And, you know, resolutions at this point could probably use the help. They're down by 10, so let's see if we manage to get some points back on the board for resolutions and tighten up this lead.
Yeah, but Bad Habits held on to Hazard for a long time there, long enough for that power jam to come to an end.
Yeah, they managed to successfully eat some clock.
Oh!
Nice.
Nice recovery by Allie.
She was a little wobbly on one leg there for a second, but then she recovered and made it look good.
Yeah, that absolutely looked good.
Creature coming to the line for Bad Habits now. Toe stop walking up there. And Pain Dolce for Resolutions. Score is 136. Sorry. I am so sorry, Sketch. I talked
fine.
right over top of you.
You're good. I was just going to say, I mean, I feel bad for complaining about the cold, now looking at Pain going, I can't complain about cold anymore. She's not dressed warmly, I'll just say that. All right, but we have grabbed lead jammer status by the Resolutions, so Pain is out in the lead. She is trying to, again, cut into that Habits lead, which shrank from 10, it's down to 3.
Actually, I'm going to say it's less than that. It is a lead change.
Yep.
Resolutions taking a 1-point lead, 136-137, with less than 3 minutes left on that game clock. We'll get at least one more jam in, possibly 2.
I'm going to bet 2, but yeah, it is.
Everybody would be drunk by now. I've been subtly saying that.
Yeah, it is.
Y'all, if you were playing the lead change drinking game, you'd be in a lot of trouble right now.
Oh, Allie, I think. Well, who is jamming for Habits? They took the outside line and got out quick.
That's Allie.
That is Allie. I thought that's who it was, but I didn't see because I was talking about getting drunk. All right, so Allie hitting the pack with some force, trying to get her first scoring pass through.
Hazard now out of the pack for the Resolutions. Pack getting pretty spread out. Allie calls it off.
She should have gotten at least 3 or 4 there, I think.
It looks like she got 2, which is enough for yet another lead change, y'all. Y'all, I'm at that point in the day, I'm going to be Southern. If y'all don't know, I learned to talk in West Virginia, and I can be as Southern as anybody. Probably more so.
And well, rotation seemed to have tightened up. Allison just done with jammins out there blocking. Then we got Creature, and who is that on their side? That Pain?
I
believe
so, yeah, that's Pain.
Pain. Couldn't see the number yet. So Creature and Pain jamming. It's is anybody's jam. There's a 1-point difference here.
Both jammers hitting the floor and recovering very quickly. Creature getting tangled up there. I think that's Copper.
Maybe.
I think it was Copper.
All right. Well, the Resolutions have gotten out in front. They are 1 point behind with maybe one more jam left in this thing. This is probably going to be the last one, I think.
I'm going to say with 30 seconds left on the game clock, this is the last jam, and whoever comes out with the lead in points is going to be the winner. Duh. I mean, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 Ginger.
And whoever skates fastest will probably be out in front.
All right, Sketch.
All right, I'm just saying.
You want to do this again, you better be nice to me. Sorry.
No, you're good.
The power goes to my head, man. The power goes to my head. You just want to hug me because I'm warm.
Yeah, that's it. All right.
I realize what's happening.
And the Resolutions just called that.
4 points on the board for the Resolutions, giving them 141 to Bad Habits, 138. We are definitely going to need to verify this score over at the score table before we switch it to official. But I'm going to say, barring something absolutely wonky happening, Resolutions took that with a nice play at the end there.
With all that back and forth, fighting back, I just have to say, are you not entertained? I mean, my Lord, this was a great bout. You got to give it up for these guys. You can line up, get your free high fives. I would.
Hey, don't close. She won't close it out yet. Here.
While our skaters visit Lowe Chiropractic for their sports-related injuries, Dr. Lowe also works with patients suffering from chronic pain, personal injury, headaches, and auto accidents. Find them on your favorite social media platform or visit drlowe.com.
By the way, Sacramento Roller Derby wanted to give a big shout out and thank you to all of our Twitch viewers tonight on twitch.tv/Sacramento Roller Derby. Dr. Coyle, Del Racing 26,